All right, welcome. This is the Town of Madison Board of Selectmen's meeting, June 23rd, 2026, Tuesday, 5 p.m. We will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Joe, you want to lead us off or someone?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, approval of the agenda. Did anyone, there's one thing I do want to add. I just want to add, just mentioning resident options for relief in the flooding. So I think there's a link somewhere, information for residents.
Oh, I said that. That was from Congressman Pappas's office. I can mention that.
Yeah, so that's just something I would like to add.
Yeah.
If that's
Okay, no, that's fine.
All right, then.
Do that in the selectmen's list?
Do that on the selectmen's list? Okay.
Yeah, I can speak to that.
Okay.
Thanks for all your hard work. Myron's
Coming.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
No. I'll make a motion to approve it.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor of approving the agenda?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Approval of minutes from June 9th, so they're not here.
This is the long one.
This was that long meeting, yeah.
Okay.
17 pages.
Sweet.
I figured I'd put page numbers on there.
It actually felt like 20 that night.
Oh, yeah.
Did you, were you able to at least copy and paste from your slides?
Oh, it's just summarized.
Yeah. So this is the non-publics of June
Yep.
9th.
There were a few people still out there who didn't know it started.
What?
There were a few people still out there, they didn't know that it started.
Oh, I thought they were in the PD having a party. Oh my god.
Wait, they got out?
Yeah, exactly.
Who's your call?
That didn't help.
Sorry, they're on talking with Sam.
See anything?
No, I know.
don't either.
I will make the motion to accept the June 9th minutes.
Both sets of non-public minutes. All right, motion, and then 2nd.
I'll second.
Thank you, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Has everyone had a chance to review the thoroughly thorough June 9th, June 11th, and June 12th minutes?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll make a motion to accept all three.
Three, motion to accept all three.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Approval of the manifest. All right, manifest total of $132,073.67. Payroll at $57,750.92. Payroll liabilities at $3,487.10. And accounts payable at $70,835.65. Madison School District is zero while we try to coordinate.
Yeah,
some
they're, well, this is also their
Oh,
dead
see.
period, so.
Yeah, okay. I will accept a motion to approve the manifest.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Done and done. Okay. Yes, I'm not knocking that one over. All right, next order of business is public comment. How many folks are wishing to speak at public comment? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that it? 4? Okay.
I have a question.
All right, so 3 minutes each. Would you like to go first since you're right in the front?
Sure. Is this for taxes? What's this meeting about? Is it about, or
This is the bi-weekly Board of Selectmen's meeting.
I thought it had to do with the taxes and problems with the abatements.
Abatements are on our signature item to review some recommendations from our assessing company, to review their recommendations to grant or deny abatements.
Okay.
Tonight?
You're doing that tonight?
Yes.
Okay, I guess I'd speak about that after, well, I'm not sure. I've got a couple of issues here. I've got an issue with the land on the Silver Lake Railroad.
Okay.
The town's been notified, I think about 6 months ago. The state has come up with the figures on that. There should be 5.05 acres on that. I unfortunately got a bogus deed on that property. The lines are all mixed up on it from Joan Lyman. I don't know how she got that through. But the state has come to the town on that. And do you have any information on that?
What's the property address?
The property address is 1381 Village Road.
Do you know off the top of your head if that's in our list?
Does anybody have any information on that?
Well, you're Neil, right?
Yes, I
Yeah,
am. And you
so-
are?
Lucia, and we've talked on the
How
phone
are
a
you,
few
Lucia?
times.
You're the third person I've talked to
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah, I was hoping that Chad would connect with you on this.
No, Chad is not connected with me on
Yes.
any of this, so.
Well, he's very aware of
Including
it.
the abatement,
Well, the
I've got some
abatements are
issues
being
with
discussed tonight, so that issue is something you'll hear about next week or tonight.
Chad is not here.
No, Chad comes in. I can make sure that you can come in to meet with him when he is here.
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh,
Well, we'll set that up.
absolutely. I mean, this has gone on for 7 months anyway, so I need some information here. I'm just asking the town to go along with me on this thing that's come from the state on the railroad station. The state has really done a nice job on this, coming up with it. These stations sold, when they sold to different individuals, they were 5.0, well, mine is 5.05, 5.05 acres, according to the state of New Hampshire. The town evidently does not check what the deed is versus what your old deeds were. I know that the man in Tamworth has just bought the Tamworth station, and that's just slightly over 5 acres. So when these small stations were given or bought or whatever to different people, they were 5 acres. And somehow this has gone less than 5 acres. Now my deed on this, unfortunately, Joan has got, I have a copy of the deed, which I could give to the town. The lines are all crazy. The west line is on the east side. It makes no sense. There's actual markers out there that are placed there, granite markers that show what the size of the lot is, and it's 5.05 acres. And somewhere the town's got to have that information. That came from Linda. Linda was working with them, and then it went to Katie, and now we're with you.
So can we perhaps facilitate an appointment with Chad?
Yeah, that's what I've written down.
Perfect. Okay,
Well, I
so
was
we're 3
hoping to
minutes.
get that done a long time ago. I mean, I'm 80 years old. I just want to get this stuff taken care of.
I understand, I understand. So
And
we'll,
I do have an issue with my lot, and I'll talk to you about that after my island lot. And I don't know whether I talk to you about it, or I gotta go to Chad about it, or where do we go with this stuff?
Do we start with Chad?
Yes.
Yeah, we start with Chad.
So we gotta start with Chad and
Yeah.
then we come to you, or what?
Yeah, that's the process.
Okay.
My question is, because we mailed all the information in before the 31st like we were supposed to,
Mhm.
and it's been 6 months and we haven't heard from anyone. So if we do not like the result, or we feel that further mitigation should go on, we know we have to go to the state. I think the information said that we only have till July to go to petition the state, and do you know if that's
I
correct?
don't know. I
I
know
know-
that
I
we
think-
have until July 1st to do it.
But I think that,
And then you have a right to appeal the
right,
decision.
Yeah.
At the local level, I'm not sure, this is a question for Chad, and then you have a right, if it's denied again, to appeal to the state.
Well, I'm a little upset at Chad not calling. This is
Right.
not,
The best way to-
this is an issue. I went through this issue with Chad on the last appraisal of that
Mhm.
property. And I went over the fact that, number one, you can't get a bank.
Yeah, so if you have an appointment through
Yeah.
Lucia, that's how you
Well-
can
Yeah.
meet with them.
I understand your
I'm
frustration, I
not gonna
really
offer
do.
the property back up to Chad to sell it to somebody, that, this isn't gonna happen. This-
Right?
We understand your frustration,
Okay,
we really
thank you
do.
very much. I guess I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Tia, you're,
Hi, yeah, Tia Gagnon, Pound Road. I was looking over the agenda and I didn't see the farmer's market insurance question. I was going to get some information about if there is
Primex was
any.
covering?
What is it?
What was it, what Primex covered, or what was the?
No, if Primex would require the town to have vendors have insurance. If so, what limits? And if you need certificate of insurance or proof of insurance on file before I can start.
Yep.
Do we
Yeah,
contact
and I know
Primex,
there's a
or-
lot going on in
Yeah,
town. So I
that's the
just,
problem.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
we have not had time to reach out to Primex yet.
okay, that's what I wanted to
Yeah.
check, because I was gonna start Sunday, but
It was gonna be Thursday, but then Thursday
Happened.
was Thursday.
yeah, no, there are other pressing
Yes.
insurance questions going on, but could I ask for, instead of waiting for 2 weeks, as soon as you get it, that information, if it can be in
Yeah,
an email?
yeah.
Can I
that'd
have
be
that,
perfect
and then,
too. Yes.
okay,
Because it starts Sunday?
no, it won't start Sunday, it will start when I know
Because,
what we need.
because it was, you had 2 vendors sign up that were insured?
They're insured and it's tentative based on limits. I
Mhm.
need to know what policy, what limits, and if you need proof or certificates for that. And then we'll go. If we're
I'll
still
get that
on
as soon as
Okay.
possible.
board. All right.
Okay, so does that mean regardless, we're not a go for Sunday?
I'll
Because,
hopefully contact them tomorrow and see if they can get back to me as soon as they can.
okay. So is that a go, no go? I'm okay.
Well, if they can find out.
Tomorrow.
You guys
if you
had
could-
already motioned about
Yeah.
this last time,
Yeah.
so
So,
you're
okay.
good.
Okay, all right.
So is the farmer's market on for this coming
It
weekend?
depends.
It depends
On
on
Primex's
Primex.
response?
Mhm.
No, just so we all understand, because I know it's been advertised and that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I can change it. I have 2 insured vendors, or 3 insured vendors. I do have quite a few uninsured vendors, like somebody wants to sell dog treats, kids want to sell jewelry, things like that. And that's kind of impacting it. I won't run it with only 3 vendors
Mhm.
right now. I'll
Okay.
wait and keep contacting people. Hopefully people don't get annoyed with my emails. But I'm trying.
All right.
So-
Thank you for doing
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, and I
Thanks. No, it's
appreciate your
good.
help. All right,
Thanks,
awesome.
Tia.
Thank you, guys.
Did I see Dawn?
Yep.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Ann Skidmore. I have a place with my husband on Ash Lane, 6 Ash Lane, which is right on Pound. And the storm on Thursday, the Thursday storm really impacted our property. And I contacted, was it Dylan?
Hey,
He told me to
Dylan.
come and talk to you guys, but Yeah, there are, essentially, the forest behind our property got completely blown out by road debris, and it flattened it, and it caused, with two culverts coming from the road into the forest, caused it to flood like we've never seen. I've lived there, we've lived there, owned it for 20 years. Carol, right here, owned it before us, and it's never done this before. So we have an issue, and because the road debris flattened it, then that other big storm came, you know, it wasn't quite as big, and it caused the water to follow this same trend. And the road debris came down, went around, and caused sand to come all around our sheds, into our yard, and down into towards our house, towards like propane tanks and all that, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm really hoping the town will come take a look and see how the landscape's been changed and altered by the town's culverts. And we've kind of got an issue because it's going to keep doing the same thing. And so even if we go and we pay to have someone dig it out, the other culverts are still there. So, yeah, I wanted to make everyone aware of that and try to figure out what we can do, because it's really hurt our property, and these storms just seem more common.
Yeah, actually Carol called me today and I swung by.
Oh, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, and I took pictures and stuff so that,
Awesome.
you know, so the DPW and the select board can kind of take a look at stuff.
Yeah.
So I also visited another property owner's property to see, you know, upon request, to see kind of what the damage was done. So, yeah, we're trying to figure out ourselves, you know, what needs to be done. And I know that folks have had recommendations, kind of, you know, Carol was saying that the way it used to be on that road was that it was slanted inward,
Toward the hill.
like away from
It was a
steep hill.
dugway, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of, used to be slanted that way, but then when it got crowned, more came off into the properties as opposed to kind of like the apple orchard side of it. So it seemed like damage started kind of happening that way. So folks just want to report kind of what they've seen and what they've noticed on their roads over the years, and we're talking like even going back to like the 80s, even before our 30-year road agent. So they just want to, you know, provide information that in the 40 plus years that, you know, that they've lived there, that kind of what they've seen, what seemed to work, what didn't. So they can just, you know, kind of give you that information to have. Just kind of data points as we try to assess what to do with the roads. So I've got pictures of a couple of properties that I'll be sharing with you guys, with the DPW, so you guys can kind of see what's been going on.
Yeah, I mean, something kind of immediate has to happen because it's all flattened, and so if there's another huge rainstorm, it's gonna keep happening. It's gonna keep happening. So
I'll piggyback on that because it has changed, which is now causing the water to come rushing down through the woods onto Maple Grove,
Yeah.
which is why we lost Maple Grove too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, so where does it go from here? Like, what's like we tell you guys, and now what?
I mean, we have to have our DPW look at it.
Okay.
You know, and we're, in terms of individual properties, that's why I added to the selectmen's list, because Joe had sent out a link for, look, we can't touch, my understanding is we can't touch private property, but there are options for relief other than just homeowners insurance. So we're looking into what we can do to help homeowners in the immediate situation and to better the infrastructure to prevent it from happening again. So it's kind of like a twofold approach.
Okay.
And you know, I have some pictures from your area, and yeah, we gotta figure it out.
Okay.
So
Is there a way for us to know it's being worked on, or when
we'll
people
report
are
back.
checking things out?
Yeah,
and-
we'll report back in 2 weeks at the next select board meeting.
Okay. Are there some like road engineers that are being looked into with, you know, I'm sorry I wasn't at the other meetings with the other, you know, I know FEMA came and that kind of stuff. Are there some other folks that are being brought on that might have some other ideas and solutions for our roads here?
I think phase one at this point has been assessing the damage. I don't think we're to the engineering phase yet. Is that a fair statement?
That is a fair statement.
Yeah.
Dylan, is that a fair statement?
Yeah, Michael, I-
Mike Brooks is managing the response.
I don't think Michael would be
Mhm.
managing the re-engineering of the
Road
roads.
too.
My understanding is we can't, right? When we're dealing with FEMA, the reimbursement we get is to put the town roads back into the shape they were in. So anything you wanna change, it's on us. So we have to get through the FEMA thing, fix it, and then we're gonna have to either unfix it or, because you can't do both at the same time, unfortunately.
Right, mitigation can't be done at the same time.
At the same time as FEMA
reclamation.
money coming back to them, as
Right.
foolish as it sounds, and we all think it sounds very foolish, but we can't fix it until we fix it.
So FEMA doesn't have, with looking at the damage, which what they just did, they don't have any support available or offered with like road engineers to help.
It's to put it back the way it was. Is it the only way we can do it?
And do they
Yeah.
even
Okay.
support that, or they just check on us and like give us funding once we've met certain
Well, I
criteria?
would assume they come back, Mike?
But they don't offer advice. Is that correct?
No, that's not
Right.
correct. There's what they call 406 mitigation. There's various levels. So we do have an opportunity to make improvements if FEMA agrees that they're necessary. That said, we're going nowhere with FEMA until a disaster is declared, and we're not there yet. We may be there by the end of the week, they're telling me, but we'll be there when they decide what the numbers add up to if we meet the threshold.
You know, we're also looking long-term. We've already spoken with the New Hampshire congressional delegation. Again, this would be for the federal year 2028, like we did with the dam and the salt shed. You know, we'll try to put in for some infrastructure, you know, rural development grants for a long-term solution to Colby Hill Road and others. Again, we're trying to think long-term as
Yeah.
well, so every 2 or 3 years, right, we don't have the same cycle.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know what's gonna be available for funding and that type of thing. We're just trying to get through kind of the emergency, get the roads open phase right now,
Yep.
so.
Can I say something?
Yes. Carol?
Okay, so, I've lived on the Pound Road there, for 46 years. And in the 80s, as I told Joy before, you know, it was canted into the hillside and things seemed to work just fine. And, then the town started to change the road. Besides crowning, they started to widen it and throw boulders down in the stream, and that would hold up more width of the road. And when the road was one lane, which is above my house, everything seemed to work fine because there was room for the stream. Every time the stream filled up, it had its own course. But now, even with the repairs that were made, the new fill has been pushed into the water course. So that will continue to come down and fill up under my bridge. And I am getting a little too old for hoeing out under my bridge. This has been there since 1980, and it works fine. And it used to carry all the stream, however big it got. But because now it brings the road fill down and fills up under all the way to my decking, there's no capacity, and I have to clean it out again. And
It was 4
this,
feet underneath. I'm showing them the picture of your bridge.
yeah,
Oh, it
Where
used
there
to
was
be
4
4.
feet under the lowest point.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
So,
so,
okay.
And that's barely water now. It's
Yeah, and that's right up to your bridge now, or
well,
close to it.
I don't know if, can you show them the picture where it's going over the bridge? Because that's a big problem, is
Mhm.
that it fills up under the bridge, and then the water flows over the bridge, all the decking and everything, and it turns into a big delta of road fill.
Mhm.
This is one of the pictures.
And it has taken the bridge
Wow.
foundation out on one
Mhm.
side.
Mhm.
After the water, after the water receded, you can't even see the bridge anymore.
Yeah, and so this does go to Maple Grove eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just very frustrating that I can't, like, I have no control over stopping the road fill.
Mhm.
It has to be stopped on the road. So there are ways of designing this that are very simple, but it does take money. And I used to be the field FEMA person here for the county. So I do know how FEMA is not going to be helpful for this.
Mhm.
I do know that. But I would have to go out and assess everybody's, disaster and take
Mhm.
pictures and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little overwhelmed by all this.
Yeah.
But every time it rains, now that the road has been widened to 2 lanes, it just brings that fill down and it builds up on the next property after mine too, which is a Granville farm road, farm field. And it's like 4 feet deep of road gravel over beautiful Herman sandy loam. It's just like we're losing that. Such a shame.
Mhm.
Besides, my property's a wreck.
Thank you,
So I
guys.
just wish that we would engineer the road one time and have it maintained that way. It would solve the problem. You just can't keep throwing more fill and letting it wash onto Ann's property, my property, and the Granvilles, and then pop out on Maple Grove and just kind of wipe that out too.
Yeah, that's what happened at the house next to the Historical Society, just gravel. Their front yard, the
Filled the
beautiful
whole
grass
yard.
is covered with
Yeah.
The hard part is
gravel, so.
when you get the vast amount of water we're getting, there's almost, even according to the Homeland guy that was with us, there's just about nothing we can do to stop the water and the erosion, because when you have that much volume of water coming to a specific area, and other parts of the issue that we're having, I think, is a lot of the land that used to be forested is now been harvested. So,
There's more runoff.
right, there's a lot more runoff,
Yep.
and and we're running into it everywhere. And again,
But I would like to say that when you engineer something properly, like if anyone knows North Conway First Bridge, I designed that. It has never washed out yet, even though, look at all the development up in the Saco, up from there. And it's still holding in place. When you design for thousands of years storms, it works out. So.
Okay. I thank you for the information, both of you. Thank you for the pictures. And we'll get back to you guys in 2 weeks and see where we are with
Okay.
things. Thanks.
Okay, great,
Thanks for coming.
thank you. Thanks for that timeline.
There are other hands up for public comment. Yes, sir. Itzik?
Yeah. So on the Friday after the Thursday storm, there was a public meeting, which you and Nicole were not here, but there were. And in that, we indicated that you may have another public meeting to inform us about what is the help that we get, about the extent of the damage, about the sum. Are you still planning to have it?
We did have a follow-on meeting and Mike.
No, he's talking about the Friday one.
Friday one.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, this is our first meeting since that Friday
Okay,
meeting.
yeah,
Well, you
all right.
guys don't have any, we
Well,
don't
we
have a
don't have any
declaration yet, and we don't have numbers from contractors, we really don't have anything to have a meeting over at this point. So we're waiting on that in order to do another meeting.
Yeah. So my question is,
Yeah.
are you still planning
Yes.
to have that meeting
But
with all those figures and
when
all
we get
information?
those.
That was the simple question.
Okay, yeah. I'll answer for them.
Yes.
Hi, Donna Vayu. Speaking of FEMA and designs and declarations, a clarification, please. Did I hear last week that in order to get FEMA reimbursement, the damage has to be
2 points.
replicated to what it was
2.67. Sorry.
before the storm?
Yes, from what I'm hearing is that the FEMA reimbursement will be to get the roads back to what they were before the storm, and that's what FEMA will reimburse. It
So
sounds like they
if-
will not
if-
reimburse improvements to prevent it from happening again. Potentially not, like they might, but
So, scenario,
Yeah.
if a town improved what was and made it better, FEMA wouldn't reimburse you?
No.
No.
which is exactly what Jim said makes no sense.
It doesn't on it, and that's why when we spoke with Congressman Pappas, Senator Shaheen, and Maggie Hassan's office, we're trying to look long-term with some of this grant money to improve the infrastructure, like the East Madison Road Bridge was almost compromised. You know, and we'll pursue the same type of thing we did, like for trying to get the money, the congressional appropriation for Silver Lake Dam, or the new DPW road salt shed. Again, but, you know, that's a couple of years out.
So the
Yeah.
money that we put into, say, Colby Hill Road last year, we replaced what was, and we didn't improve upon it. If we had improved upon it, would it made a difference in this storm?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's exactly.
No,
I'm not sure if those were Jim's exact words,
No,
but yes, I
it
think we're all
is.
in
It's
agreement. Yeah.
absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah. All right.
Amen.
Called government.
All right, I think that was everyone. All right, I will close public comment. Thank you, everyone, for commenting. Appreciate it. Department heads lists. Public hearing on the commercial boat launch permit fee. Was that a particular department? That was?
Yeah, please.
Ah, hi, chief. Did you want to speak to the commercial boat launch permit fee or anything?
Yeah,
or-
sure. I did talk to Rick Morgan from Winnisquam Marine, which is the old Ward's Boat Shop in Ospey, just to get a sense of how many boats they're launching roughly, to come up with a better, more appropriate number for like a user fee.
Mhm.
Because right now they're using, just to recap it, they're using just one boat fee launch permit. So $100 to essentially launch and remove however many boats through their facility that they do. I talked to him today. There's about 40 boats that they put in for Silver Lake, not necessarily property owners, but anyone who has a boat on Silver Lake. They put about 40 in. In addition to that, year to year, it could be between 30 and 50, more or less, depending on the year. I would say maybe it's trending more as the years go on. That's not to mention any other, I haven't contacted any other marinas around here. I think the only other one I know of is Cold River Marine, but I don't really ever see their vehicles at the boat ramp. They're happy to pay any fee that the town wants. I don't think it's reasonable to, he gave me a number for Ossipee Lake Boat Ramp. They charge them a seasonal fee of $3,000 for an unlimited amount of launching boats. But they also put over 400 boats on Ossipee Lake. It's more convenient for them to go there. It's right down the road. But for us, I think I initially said $1,000 for a commercial permit. I think that, he threw that out too. Those are just rough numbers. I think it gets us a little bit more. It gets them a little bit more. They want to be good neighbors. They pass the cost on it ultimately to some of the other boat owners that don't get permits. So I think it helps us recoup our money for those fees if they're non-residents and putting boats on moorings, because there are a number of those, and they just don't get the permit. But a number of those are residents too, so we're not losing money there. But
I had someone make a comment to me about the boat launch fees, and they personally felt it was privatizing a public lake by the town charging boat launch fees. So, and they had mentioned something about it kind of increased during COVID. And I don't remember any boat launch. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to that at the time. So it was almost meant as a deterrent during COVID to keep too many boats off the. I don't know what the history of it is.
It was increased because we were at one time looking at major repair on the launch itself,
Okay.
which people that don't own boats didn't feel that they should be responsible for.
Okay, so it's basically to maintain the boat launch area to
What
make
did it
a.
cost to put it in, to repair it? I think it was like 170,000-ish. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and you look out there now and it's already deteriorating off the bottom.
Yeah.
It's something that you're always gonna have to repair.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so it's basically to try to help maintain, to offset the
launch.
costs to even maintain the boat launch itself.
the permitting process, yep.
Okay, thank you. I
And
didn't have
people,
the answer, so.
people send me hate mail over this. Literally hate mail.
Say you hate mail?
Well,
I can't
yeah,
believe it.
they're either unhappy that they're getting a citation or a fine for using the ramp without a permit, or they're getting a citation for parking and the residents only parking. And they, you know, you asked us to, the town decided to make those fees for town property.
Yep.
And, you know, it's not like they're being restricted from using it, it's a facility
Maintenance fee.
cost, and every other town around us, most of them have that.
Yeah.
So,
I had that same conversation today with Brittany,
yeah,
and I 100% agree with that, $1,000, I think proportionally, because we talked a lot about numbers. And there's, I think $1,000 would be spot on compared to what they pay in Ossipee as volume. And it does go up, and it was mainly because if the river's a little too fast on that Pine River, if it's up a little high, a little low, they come here to do their water testing. So, I 100% agree with that one.
Okay, so let's make a vote,
Question?
make a motion.
You gotta ask the public if
Oh,
they
so
wanna
there's a
talk about
public
it.
hearing,
Yes.
got it. Okay, see, I was trying to be respectful of public comment,
Yes.
but this is a public
Public
hearing.
hearing.
This is
public
yes,
hearing
sir.
for a
Public,
fee.
don't obey you.
Yeah, the boats that are launched by this commercial endeavor,
Yeah,
do they pay the $100 fee or not?
One time,
Pardon me?
one ticket, that's it.
they were using one boat
They use a
launch
boat.
permit to do 30 boats.
For the
30
business.
to
So
50 boats.
if I lived in Ossipee, I would hire this commercial outfit to put my boat in the water, and I wouldn't have to pay the $100 launching fee?
They're only making sure that their repairs work, that the boat doesn't sink
Or
for
moor
the
it.
customer.
They put them on
Or they
moorings.
moor it, yeah. So most of them are repairs from what I understand. So they repair a boat, they gotta make sure it stays afloat, and then they pull it right back out.
Oh, okay, I understand that, but the boats that are launched that are moored on the lake,
They're $100.
are they paying the $100 fee?
Non-residents are.
Sorry.
Residents, it's free. Right, same like the transfer station sticker, so you can park at the beach. So we're talking non-residents or the marina using this. Currently, Donna, they're using a placard, right, Jim, with one sticker. They put it in the window of the truck.
Yeah.
So they're bringing 40 boats in and out with that one sticker. And that's the reason we're suggesting $1,000 kind of commercial fee, launch fee.
Anyone else?
Now you can motion.
Okay. Would someone like to,
I'll make the motion
to,
do a $1,000 launch fee for commercials.
I'll second.
For the town.
all in favor?
Aye.
When is this gonna start?
Can we make it effective
Well, yeah, we can
immediately?
start it today.
Well, tomorrow.
Well,
Or
tomorrow.
So
tomorrow.
you're adding that to your motion?
Yes, effective today.
And the second
Effective
is?
tomorrow.
Nicole.
Okay.
And we all voted yes.
Make it effective, $1,000, or make the $1,000 effective tomorrow.
That's a fair.
Jim motion, Nicole
Fair.
second,
If
all in
someone
favor.
already paid their 100, they would only have to pay 900?
This is
Yeah.
only,
This is
I
not
would
for
say
them.
yes.
Yeah,
This is.
No,
Be
no,
per
I
year.
realize that, but I was just thinking that.
Well, the
So-
boat,
it's
the
just-
boat launches are
it's
per
one.
year, so yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I assume the marina's already bought the the 2026 $100 one, so they would pay $900 on,
Complete the
that seems fair.
hearing. Yep.
Okay.
All right, that was it for the public hearing?
Do you have to make a motion to close it?
Do we have to make a motion to close the public hearing?
I don't remember.
All right, we'll make a motion, I'll accept a motion to close the public hearing.
I make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
There we go. Dotting our i's and crossing our t's. Department head, back to chief with some great news.
Yes, I don't think you had any breakdowns during the storm. We've been trying to run that Dodge Charger just to keep it going. It's our 4th car. So in the process of doing that last Sunday, we had it parked here on one of those hot days running, and it sounded like the engine exploded, according to Jake. It doesn't. I don't think it's that bad. It sounds like probably the fan from the radiator, the bearings came loose, and the fan just launched itself into the radiator. Right now, I have it down at Northern Tire to at least get an assessment of what's going on with it. I think my problem is with it is we're replacing it next year. Is with the plan. I'm really not driving it because the other officer is in the academy until August. Do I want to pump several $1,000s into it to get it back on the road and then possibly sell it? Or do we just not fix it and get rid of it? My gut feeling is that we just repair it, keep it as some sort of admin card, not drive it 100 miles an hour once a week, put that stress on it, get it to next year and sell it. We've sold cars for, this on a silent bid for $3,000 in the past. I think this car is in a little better shape because it has less mileage, but just because it's had so many issues over the last couple of years.
Because we did set aside $25,000 for the replacement of it
Yeah.
in the next year or so.
So I guess I would feel supported if you helped me make the decisions.
So we wait until we get the assessment? Or?
Yeah, I thought I'd have something by now, but I don't yet. So
Okay. So 2 weeks?
Yeah, and it's not an emergency at this point. We're not short a car, which is nice. But I'll bring you something when I get it to the next meeting.
Oh, thank you. Any other department heads? Mike?
Tax collection seems to be slowing. The last couple of Mondays haven't been as big as in the past. We're up to just under 32% collected so far, and the due date is not this coming week, but the week after. So it's kind of a little bit concerning, but we'll see what happens the next 2 weeks. Determined, we already kind of hit this can, but I spoke with the gentleman from State Emergency Management who was here with us and coordinated the preliminary damage assessments have been completed. Dylan and I ran around with a team of 6 or 8 folks between FEMA and the state Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of last week and hit every site in town that was damaged. They take their measurements, make their assessments, take their photographs, and then they go and factor in all their different factors, and they'll come up with whether or not we have enough damage to make a declaration. Hopefully that's going to happen by the end of this week, but we never know. Fortunately, the heavy rain we got last Thursday didn't exacerbate the damages that we had too awfully bad. That would have been, it could have been catastrophic to have damage on top of damage, because then it's hard to assess which was,
Came first.
Exactly. So fortunately, we didn't get into that. Repair work is ongoing. Our DPW has been working 12-hour days since the event, and are going to continue to do so for the near future. Everything is passable safely. What I would urge on this point is that if people could slow down their travels. Roads are damaged, there's loose gravel on pavement, there's loose gravel on gravel. Just if the speeds could slow down, it would amaze you as you're out there. Jake, you were with us for one day
Yeah.
trying to assess damage on a roadside, on a back country road, and have a car go by you at 50 miles an hour. And unfortunately, the high school's out now, so the teenagers have got nothing better to do than
Right, roads.
just drive around everywhere. But if you're out driving around, if you can stay, you know where the damage is by now? If you can avoid those during the working day, 113 is gonna be getting tore up again once the concrete pipes show up. They're gonna be replacing some, I've been told, so that road will actually be closed for a period of time while because they'll have to trench the road.
Right.
So we do, I think everybody appreciates the inconvenience, but it's really short term for a couple of days. And then the final improvements will happen this summer, at least the 113, because the state has access to federal money immediately, whereas we don't.
Did they owe us an engineering study from the last washout 2023?
No, no, they don't owe us anything, but I did bring up to Senator McConkey was here, and within 2 days, we had to stop our assessments, come back here and meet with about 8 or 9 engineers between the state and a private company to review that H&H study and hydrology plan that they had. They put it right here on the table. So it does exist, but that's in the hands of an engineering firm that the state has hired to re-engineer 113. And they're anticipating that project for construction in 2028. But there are political forces that are trying to push some of the drainage improvements now if the engineers will sign off on that. That's been the issue for the 2023 event, which was much more catastrophic on 113 than it was this time. But at that time, you had culverts that were bare to the sky, and they couldn't replace them because an engineering study hadn't been done.
Do we have access to any of those resources for our non-state town roads?
Oh, no engineering is free, but I am working on certain areas to see if we can get some input. The DOT has been very helpful to us, and it's just, where we're not talking about road construction, the roads that we have exist, and that we just have to maintain them. Now, there have been some statements made tonight that aren't correct. In the previous 2023 storm event, Colby Hill Road, catastrophic. We applied for, were approved, and we did mitigate. Every culvert on Colby Hill Road was upsized 2 sizes in calendar year 23. It was damaged once, no disaster. The town itself installed culverts. When the July 16th storm event happened and the road was destroyed, we upsized again. That's 2 sizes in 1 year. FEMA only would pay for 1, and we're looking at it again this time. We've upsized some 24-inch culverts to 36-inch culverts. The problem is, and there's nothing anybody can do, the best engineer in the world can't stop 7 to 10 inches of rain in a 3-hour period. That volume of water, it can't be handled by, I'm 53 years old. There was 2 feet of water going across 113 in front of the hardware store. I've never seen a trickle of water across that road in my lifetime. And Jake's family has owned that property for all of that time, and they've never seen it. It's just the sheer volume in that storm event was.
And the fact that it was localized to Madison. When you look at the rainfall maps and you look at the radar from that night,
Mike,
it's bizarre.
not that I want to keep this going any longer, but Idlewild got hit certain parts. Tamworth got hit a little bit in Albany. Does their money include in that threshold we have to meet?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
That's countywide threshold.
Okay.
And I don't know what those numbers are.
Okay.
I was on the phone with Austin Brown from the state before I came down, he's not aware of the final numbers from any other town, because he works specifically with us with one FEMA team. They sent the other FEMA team to Idlewice and the other surrounding towns, because comparative to the town of Madison, their damage was more localized to smaller areas. So he knows that Eaton has submitted around $100,000 in damage, which seems low to me, but it doesn't matter, I'm not Eaton, and I know Freedom's estimating over $500,000.
I didn't know they did it.
Whatever, Albany was a small number, and whatever Tamworth, they will all aggregate. It's just a matter of those two different FEMA teams have got to come together and crunch all their numbers to see if we get there. On the global scale, though, an issue that this board needs to participate in addressing is catastrophic rain event. None of us could do anything about it. However, you can look at some of the damage that happened and see things that could be done to avoid it in the future. Driveway culverts are not being properly maintained. Just as a statement, that a lot of property owners don't realize that that's their responsibility, it's not the town's. And I had a fight with the state, FEMA, everybody on Colby Hill Road, because we replaced all those driveway culverts because they caused the road to fail in 2023. And that was you all know, I had to appeal our denial 2 times before they finally conceded that it was a reasonable request to reimburse us 75% of that cost because the culverts were in our ditch line. We need to come up with some mechanism of encouraging people to maintain it. Just one thing I've thought of to throw on the table for a future discussion, if we could work out a nominal fee to cover expenses, if they wanted the fire department to come and flush their driveway culvert, I'd be more than willing to do that, so long as the costs are covered. Because I'd love to do it for free, but I don't have that kind of spare time, and the taxpayers that aren't affected it's the same as your boat launch.
Right.
Somebody without a boat doesn't want to pay for that. Well, somebody without a driveway culvert problem doesn't want to pay for somebody else's problem. But if we could come up with some kind of nominal fee that would cover expenses, I'd be willing to do it if people requested that service. It kind of makes the town a vendor of sorts, but we're not doing it to make money, we're doing it to protect our infrastructure. It's important enough, I'm willing to do it, as long as, if that's something that the select board wanted to entertain. But we don't have to talk about it any further tonight, because on some positive news, the point of entry treatment systems, 3 out of 6 were installed today. The the system at the fire station is hopefully going to be installed on Thursday, and the remaining 2 are pending scheduling between the contractor and personal schedules. So hopefully 3 got done today, 1 more will be done Thursday, and the other 2 will be scheduled quickly and be done. And then hopefully we won't completely be out of buying drinking water, because there are still a few that we're supporting. But at least it's a step in the positive direction. And once I get those invoices, all the costs of those systems will be covered by the grant that we have through the Drinking Water Revolving Trust Fund. God damn, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, and there are I'm working with Wilcox and Barton. They're going to send out letters tomorrow regarding all of the testing. From the most recent tests, we did have 1 more positive that was a new property a little bit. So that's being addressed, but we also have some that they tested positive on the first testing 2 years ago, but haven't tested positive since. So we've approached DES for some guidance on, at what point can we with all these no more positive tests, when can we stop buying drinking water, bottled water? So waiting for that answer, so hopefully our bottled water expense is gonna go down immensely in the next couple of weeks.
Good.
They're reimbursing it though, that's part of the grant, they're reimbursing those.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, and
It's just a pain to
Yes.
have to do.
Yes, I know.
the coordination and the deliveries and
Yeah.
Yep, I know, I would run around if the deliveries weren't
And we got a few other things that we're gonna now have to worry about, so if we can trim a few things off the list, it'll be good. And we are gonna be pursuing mitigation if we get a declaration. Several areas of town, recommendations were made by the FEMA folks of things that we might be able to do that would make situations better. But there's no point in having those discussions, need the declaration first. Without that, it's common sense, we're gonna be on the hook for every bit of work that we do.
Does Wilcox and Barton, just to tie the two events together, do they have any thoughts on if all the water would have dispersed more of the plume or washed PFAS into different areas?
We
ask?
I haven't even thought that, can ask, I hadn't
Probably stayed on
hadn't
top.
thought about it.
I mean, because it
To
could.
be honest with you.
Most of that water went
most
right
of it
in.
stayed on top.
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't get down into anything that much. But you never know.
Worth asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if it affected the situation.
I would imagine, that, yeah, I can definitely ask, but
See if it changes anything, good, bad, or
we
indifferent.
might find out, and we're gonna be doing testing again this fall, so.
Anything else?
That's all I have.
Chief, you were all set. Dylan?
Well,
Dylan's gonna open up like a scroll that's gonna
No.
fall to the ground.
a lot of it's been covered
It's
already.
Dylan's list.
Like you said, until we get a declaration, it's just gonna be us four working around town to mitigate some of this disastrous damage. Once a declaration, if we get it, we'll have to hire contractors to help us repair all of this. It'd be impossible for us all to get it done with just four of us. I mean, because the trash still has to be hauled. We can't stop doing that. And not to mention the regular maintenance around here. Everything has to go on. But we're doing everything we can to get the bad places we need to be.
And do you still have an opening in your department for a highway technician?
Yeah, we still have an opening, as far as I know. I haven't been told we don't.
If you haven't seen anybody, then we haven't seen anybody.
We were lucky to get all the contractors at a moment's notice to help with the emergency repair. We can't thank them enough for, they literally dropped jobs that they were doing to come help us immediately, that
Yeah.
day.
Can we give a shout out to the contractors who did that? Yeah, I'm gonna put you on the spot.
I'll do it.
Okay, thank you.
Got 'em, I like me.
Gordon T. Burke and Son, they provided 2 crews to us, two excavators and multiple trucks. Burnham Company, they came down with equipment. I'm not gonna remember all the equipment, so let me drop that.
Yeah,
Burnham
just-
Company,
yeah.
they came down and helped us out immensely. And our Howard, he's right here local to town, jumped right in. Oh, yeah, well, the
Coleman's.
Fadden trucks were hired by Gordon T. Burke and Son, but thank you to them too. They came down, but they were hired by Gordon T. Burke and Son. Carl Hagar came down with a truck for a couple of days and hauled material. Well, of course, Coleman's jumped right in, thanks to the state. The state really can get their attention, and they brought them in on 113, and of course they were disappointed that the great work that they did on Colby Hill ended up like it did, so they were happy to come back and try to help us fix it again. So they're helping us out up there.
Blake Hill.
Yeah, several private trucking companies, Blake Hill Trucking, WRS2 Trucking. I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Emery, Emery Roberts.
No.
Yep.
He drove the truck once,
Yeah.
yeah. If we missed you, we don't mean to
Yeah.
very much, I can't, Dylan said it.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to me that they were available to help us and they made themselves available. And we wouldn't be where we are right now without the help they provided. And of course, every bit of that help is gonna come with an invoice, but nobody can work for free,
Right.
especially those big machines and trucks.
But huge kudos to you as our emergency management director for all the work that you've done on this. Huge kudos to Chief for organizing all of the, and keeping your Facebook up to date. People were relying on that, so that was fantastic. Thank you. You were updating that faster than I was updating the website, so thank you. Huge to Dylan and the crew. Like, holy friggin' cow. Like, the joint efforts got every driveway and every road at least passable by sundown or by 10 o'clock that night. 11 o'clock that night? Yeah, because you guys are out that late, you know.
With one exception.
Okay.
There was literally one person in town that couldn't access a town road.
That is extraordinary.
But they didn't call to say that they needed to get out. I gave her a card in the morning. Literally, you're not getting off the end of Downs Road with a Toyota Prius.
Yes.
With the way the road is. But
So, I mean, seriously, from 2 a.m. to 11 at night, catastrophe. I felt like we had 30 Colby Hills in a matter of hours. And every road and every driveway, with the exception of one, was passable by 11 o'clock that night.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Quick shout out to Burke. I know Chief and I, Mike, and Dylan, we were down at the East Madison Road Bridge. And that bridge was compromised. I mean, it looked like that whole abutment, the right side, there was 8-10 feet just gone. And then Burke came in, they brought in the biggest excavator I've ever seen. I don't know what size cat machine that was, but I checked that today. I was down by the Historical Society. That whole washout on that right side has been repaired. They did a beautiful job on that. And those guys really killed it. All those crews did.
All the crews on all the
They
roads.
did. I mean, it was amazing how quickly the roads were at least passable.
Yeah, so incredible work.
We thought we were gonna lose the bridge. We thought we were gonna lose the dam that night. The dam was wide open, the lake was at record levels. Dylan and his guys were at about 2:30, 3 o'clock opening that dam.
And not to forget Lucia's work at Town Hall, getting us DPW mutual aid, getting us on the emergency alert system for the town of Madison, which go to the website, because Lucia put on the website a link to sign up for Madison emergency alerts.
Getting here was miraculous.
Right,
She
yeah,
was
How'd
here.
you get here?
made it on site.
When nobody could get here, we turned around, there she was.
And special thanks to all the residents. The support, the people who showed up at the fire station and DPW, they were bringing pizzas, lunch, drinks, coffee, donuts for all the guys. I mean, the people really turned out to support the work crews. So a big thank you to everyone who helped keep the crews on the road, working at night and getting things done.
Yep.
And there were local businesses too that I know were feeding the DOT guys in that back section where we couldn't get to. So thanks to them as well.
Yeah, thank you to everybody for their support and minimal negative comments. Just, I don't think everybody realizes, I didn't realize it until obviously it happened. There was a lot of moving parts.
Oh, God, yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot that has to be done before anything can be done.
It's a lot of coordination.
There's a lot
Talk about trial by fire.
that goes on behind the scenes that nobody can see.
Yep. Well done.
And Mike, I did notice the same thing you did about the culverts. I actually verified with Dylan the week before because I started noticing this could be a problem. However, I was really good at reaching out to the community, but I'm not allowed to post on Facebook. I don't know why. So I did reach out to Madison Boulder Bulletin and said, for those who follow on both, I can only post here. If you have a culvert at the street level under your driveway, it is your responsibility to keep it clean so that we can maintain our roads properly in a rainstorm. The problem was I couldn't PSA it to the rest of the town, how they usually follow, so I did try though.
I got one more thing to add.
Yeah.
Don't clean your yards and dump them in the ditches.
Yes, that was gonna be part of it too.
Oh,
Yeah.
what, yard debris?
Yeah,
Yeah.
leaves.
Grass, leaves, sticks.
There was a lot of issues around town.
Oh,
where
that's
that
all
started.
flowing down and plugging the culverts.
Don't stack your
Yeah.
firewood near the streams.
Mhm.
And we had several culverts going around with the FEMA guys. We had to dig literally pieces of wood lodged in the culverts.
Mhm.
So Dylan, up on the Pound Road, someone cut trees and put them right in the ditch on both sides. So you might wanna,
Yeah, we
it's
saw
not
that.
at anybody's driveway.
We saw that.
Yeah, so that's
Weird.
making it go around.
It's like
and
laying
dig out the
right
road
in the
again.
ditch. I got a
Oh,
picture of
jeez.
it. Yes, that's not good.
So we gotta have a better PSA, public
Yeah.
service,
We'll talk about it.
yeah,
Yeah, all right.
bottom line.
Anything else, Dylan?
Not that I can think of right now.
That's enough. Bob?
I get to follow that. I'll bring us back to boring.
I say, yeah, if you're brief, you'll be a hero.
Yeah. Well, my department's busy as always with permits and inspections and so forth. So I just did some numbers. Building permits so far this year, 81. Electrical permits, 34. Plumbing permits, 16. Gas permits, 25. And 2 driveway permits. Those are actually issued by DPW, but I handle the paperwork on it, so the numbers show up in my numbers. Total of 158 permits. Fees collected so far, $18,545.83. And the estimated costs, which is what people put on the building permit application, their estimated cost of the project, is $5,975,526.23.
Interesting.
So, inspections, 122 so far. Average about an hour per inspection, some a little shorter, some a little longer. And I also have several building permit and zoning violations I'm dealing with, so. It's not boring down at the corner office. That's all I've got.
All right. Sloan, library.
All sunshine and roses at the library. Summer reading starts this Thursday, and we'll have weekly activities starting on Wednesday next week, all throughout the summer.
Great. Did I miss any department heads? Okay. Next, new item, foot of the lake beach, Bill Jones.
I don't know if he's here.
He's
Okay.
not.
So I would recommend push this to the next one.
All right, I'll accept a motion to table foot of the lake, Bill Jones, until next meeting.
I have a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Silver Lake Landing, CDBG
Here they are.
grant.
Hey,
Waiting
Uh-oh.
David.
Thank you for your time. My name is David Smolin. I'm the Executive Director of the Silver Lake Senior Housing Corporation and the Gibson Center in North Conway. There are 2 separate 501c3s. So the Silver Lake Landing would like to work with the town on a community development block grant.
Mhm.
And I think we mentioned this a few months ago. Right now, what we'd like to do is there's a planning grant available through the Community Development Finance Authority, who runs the CDBG. And so that would be basically for like preliminary drawings and permitting. And the goal there is to increase the size, the number of units available at the property from 19 to 21. And basically, what we want to do is turn the Andersons, where the Andersons lived, which was 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms on 2 floors, into two units comparable to what's already there. So, so we just wanted to kind of reach out to the town and get your feeling in terms of whether or not, you know, we can, because the CDBG has to be run through the town. And this is Donna Lane, and Donna is an expert on she's a grant writer and expert on the Community Development Block Grant. So we're happy to answer any questions you might have about it, and yeah, so thank you for your time.
I believe this would work similarly to the watershed management grant, in that the town kind of helps. We're joking, calling it laundering the money, right, effectively, but.
We're pass-through entity.
Yeah,
Yes,
pass-through.
thank-
There you
that's
go.
the right way to say it.
pass-through, yeah.
That sounds way more legit.
It
That's
does.
yeah.
That's what we do. That's what we would call it at the States. So.
There we go. Sounds way better. But yeah, I mean, you've come to present twice, at least, right, about it and given us a lot of good information. So.
Yeah, I mentioned it when we were talking about the pilot. That's when
Yeah.
I brought it up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So is there a particular ask from us tonight?
Do we need? When do we need a public? We need a public hearing at some
Okay.
point. Basically, that's one of the big things.
Okay.
In terms of the
2 weeks
process.
from now?
2 weeks from now?
Can we do it? Can we set that up?
Are you ready for a public hearing?
It has to be at least 3 weeks, so maybe 4.
Okay,
because
so
again,
4
Okay.
Our noticing is at least 12 days, so. But I just wanted, CDBG, I've been doing CDBG for over 40 years in the state. I oddly enough travel all over the state. It's the first time I've been in my own town, and I actually live here. Last night I drove 2.5 hours for public hearing. Today I'm like, well, it would have been 10 minutes, but you know, I had to go around. But anyway, so I just want to answer a couple questions that most towns that I consider new, you haven't had a CDBG for 30-something years. So you're basically a new town. So there's a couple things. One is, what is it gonna cost the town? We build into the budget so that it doesn't cost the town. So we have a budget in there for that. Right now, he wants to go for a study to get preliminary design. Later on, I would imagine he's gonna ask you to go for the money to do the project, maybe doubtfully January, probably next July. Then apply for the larger money. And again, we will build everything into the budget so it doesn't cost the town any money. And the other thing is the liability. All towns want to know what the liability is. Not for a study is just paperwork, it's really nothing going to go wrong or do anything. But when the big bucks come through, if we go next year for 500 or something, whatever that amount turns out to be, lien will be placed on the property as it was when they originally did the property. That was a CDBG in it originally. Another lien will be placed on the property, which will say they're gonna promise 10 or 20 years of affordability, senior housing affordability, and the lien will go on for that amount of time. If anything changes, if they sell the building or something, the lien will pop up, and that money, whatever comes from that lien, will reimburse CDBG, never taxpayer money. So I work for towns, I don't work for subrecipients. I work with subrecipients closely, but I actually work for municipalities. I probably work for 50 of the towns and counties. So my job is to protect the town, not the subrecipient, but to get them their project, you know, and do it right. So if we could set up a public hearing for it, then the one thing about planning studies is they can go in any time. The bigger bucks have to go in, there's twice a year, but planning studies can go in anytime. So at least, I think your next meeting after 2 weeks would, I assume, be 4
21st.
weeks?
Yeah.
Would be what?
21st? July?
July 2/1. Yeah.
So that's fine by me.
I think so.
Okay.
So I'll contact you on all that noticing and
Yep.
stuff, and I'll round it out by you. So let me just run a couple quick things by you. So you have to have a public hearing. It's not one public hearing, it's 3 consecutive public hearings, or boom, 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 10 minutes. First one, we'll be talking about the project, okay? We want to look into the possibility of turning 2 units in, 1 unit into 2 more units over there, and going for this money. The second one is anti-displacement relocation assistance plan. Kind of bizarre for doing the paperwork thing. We have to adopt it every time we ask for CDBG funds. It's project specific. We're not going to displace anybody. The place is vacant, so we won't even be displacing anybody when we go on to the actual project. We won't even be. But we have to adopt it. Just as if we undertake a CDBG project, we have to follow Uniform Relocation Act if we move any business or personnel. That's boom, boom. And then the last thing is a housing community development plan. In order to ask for CDBG funds, you have to have a housing community development plan. I can give you a sample that probably half of the towns use the exact same one because it's nice with nice goals. Doesn't commit the town to anything. I don't know where yours is from a million years ago. It wouldn't be worth looking for it because it's so outdated at this point. I'll just give you a sample. I think I already sent them all over beforehand. But didn't I send a...
I think you did.
Yeah, I have one open right now.
Yeah, so that, and it's just nice schools. That's what most of the towns use that one. So it'll be 3 public hearings right in a row, and then you can make a decision whether you want to apply or not after you get the public comment. Okay?
So the housing community development, is it specific just to this parcel, this property, this housing complex?
It's just saying the town would like to have safe and sanitary water. You know, encourage safe and sanitary water that meets DES regulations. encourage safe, sanitary, affordable housing, encourage economic development. There are no commitments, they're all nice goals to have. So it would just be, and then that's valid for you for 3 years. If you go for more CDBG, like if we go later on and get money for the actual units. So it's good for 3 years and then you re-adopt it. And oftentimes we just keep re-adopting the same plan year after year, but you've had quite a gap.
Is that something that would go through the planning board too, kind of?
I would
as-
run it by them.
Yeah.
I would always run any plan like that by them, and they could add, I don't know if if the master plan has anything in it, sometimes they had them thrown in there, but I don't think they've done that for many years.
Yeah, we currently have the master plan committee who's redoing the master plan.
I don't remember that in there,
You know, David.
but I don't remember that being in there.
Yeah, so
No,
we can mention that to
Yeah.
Tia.
Silver Lake Landing is critical to our community for affordable housing for our seniors, and it's great to see, potentially 2 more units. What's your timeline? When would those apartments be available?
Well, it would probably be within 2 years, maybe. I mean, it's hard to tell right now.
I'm just curious on
It's
the
part of
grant timeline.
But I think, if this goes forward, we're gonna just, go as quickly as we can. I mean, I think approximately 2 years. I mean.
Okay, no, I'm just curious on how quickly we could get 2 more units available. Because you have a pretty good wait list, don't you, for that?
We do,
Yeah.
and we do prioritize residents of Madison when, if, that doesn't always happen, but certainly they generally have first dibs if someone's interested. But then sometimes we'll say, well, I'm not ready yet, but just keep me on the list or something, so then we just, go down. Yeah.
Perfect.
I guess, is it still rentable even for a short term before construction begins, or?
No, it's vacant, and it's
it
sort
has
of,
to stay vacant until this
yeah,
process?
we have no interest in, it's sort of, like going back into the 1980s, when you go in there, we wouldn't, it's just vacant, we wouldn't, we have no interest in currently renting it.
Okay. Just where we have, obviously, affordable housing issues, didn't know if even like a short term for somebody.
Yeah.
to
My
buy housing,
grandparents
but-
just live there.
Yeah, we were just gonna keep it that way for now.
Okay.
So our goal is just to, move forward on this.
When do we think that even just a estimate as to when construction would potentially begin? Is it a full year out, or is it 6 months out?
I would think it would definitely be over a year from now.
Over a year.
Yeah, I wouldn't wanna promise an exact date or anything
I'm gonna
at this
tell
point.
you, summer of 28.
It would be, the units
That's
should
when-
be online then, or available?
Could be
If everything goes.
Potential.
Potential.
So you think construction would?
Well, if we go for a feasibility study now, we don't know until a couple of months, then it has to go out for request for qualifications. Then we have somebody designing, getting preliminary, then we wait for the next round for CDBG, July or January, whichever we're bumping into, I assume it will be July. So then in a year, we'll be applying, won't know again until November, then it gets into final design. So I think you're talking 28.
Right.
So
Because
it's
that timeline's November of 27 before we start.
And then
Final
still need to go to
design.
government council and all
Right.
these other things, because
Right.
it is federal
You're
funds,
still
and
3
nothing
months
happens
out
fast.
from that.
Right.
Because governor council, it takes 3 months to go to them.
So it's gonna be vacant for 2 years before construction even begins? Because we have such a housing crisis, and I know we have
That's the
families
issue.
in
Well, how
town.
long
But the problem is you can't displace the
Right.
Yeah.
people, so you can't
Well,
put someone
there's
into.
no one in there now.
It's been vacant for some time.
Yeah, I mean, really, since the Andersons were the only people who ever lived there,
Years.
yeah, it's just, we're not comfortable renting it at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a problem to solve right now anyway, but just.
Yeah, no, I
Share.
understand.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you have anybody else who wants to renovate into affordable housing, CDBG is a grant, and people can get it, doesn't have to be.
Oh, individuals could get it for?
If they promise to rent, it's more about the beneficiaries than it is
Oh,
about
okay,
the
so-
person in the middle.
Okay.
So if it's affordable housing and you promise 10 or 20 years, you get different points for that.
Mhm.
We find a piece of property.
But it has to be existing, like if we had an old mill, that would be ideal,
They won't do new construction.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
We do have an old mill.
That's a
With
mill.
exactly an old mill.
And it is abandoned. I mean,
But
it's effectively.
It's for sale.
It's a lumber mill. It's not a
not
mill.
a
It's like a
textile
textile mill
mill.
building, which you can easily convert. Well, I say easily.
Down
Only
Cross
lived
Street
here
and
30 something years.
Ospey Lake Road, the mill.
Oh, the Madison Lumber Mill.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know what? In that case, we talk to somebody like Lakes Region Community Developers, or we talk to a head, and we talk to them about possibility of taking it on. Because they connect with New Hampshire Housing Finance and they get these packages together. So.
Sounds awesome.
We can try, especially a head seems to be trying to be in the area a little bit more.
Somebody would need to purchase that property before.
Well, those guys would purchase it as part of the
okay.
package.
Yeah, they
We
get
work
the
with them a
funding
lot.
from the finance authorities, they would put, in the housing authority, they would put all the funding together for that.
Yeah, so I can send them a note and see if either one of them or anybody else is interested. I work with a lot of developers.
Mhm.
The most recent owner was Hancock, or
They
did
still
Hancock sell
own it.
They still
So
own it.
Hancock still owns
Yeah,
it.
it's currently for sale. I forget how many acres.
They've had two
are in it.
fires in the past
20
couple of years.
acres or
So.
22 acres.
But it was a lumber mill and industrial
Now
site.
I know where you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it has to be
To me, it
cleaned
feels
up.
like that's not Madison. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right at the Tamworth
Right on the
line.
line,
Yeah.
right on the line.
By McDonald's.
Yeah.
All right, so our plan is to have a public hearing in 4 weeks.
Mhm.
And then how frequently after, or how
Three.
soon would we have to have the second public hearing?
They're all
Same meeting.
consecutive, all
Same meeting.
the same.
And the
Same meeting?
Boom,
One,
boom,
two.
boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's
okay.
like 15 minutes probably total. I've talked more tonight than I will at.
Okay,
Because
so
I
that'll
want
all
to
be
be sure
in.
you're comfortable with CDBG because it's new to you guys and it's a
No,
resource.
if you can guide us through whatever we need to do,
I'm only an expert because I'm the only one left standing. That does it to you when you start around.
So, would we be contracting with you to do the admin piece of it?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
Well, I'll get everything to you.
All right,
You're
we'll talk.
really stuck with me. There's nobody else.
I just don't want to end up being running it. So.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little control freak on the whole
Great,
thing.
great.
Everything
Love
that.
Perfect.
You can have it.
Yeah.
so any admin costs and everything would be built into the grant itself. We would
Yeah,
have,
they usually put a percentage
okay, we
for
would
admin.
have to put money
yeah.
out for the admin.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, do we need to make a motion to have a public hearing?
You don't need to.
Yeah,
In
don't
my
need to.
opinion.
No, I'm asking.
We're gonna just put it on the
Alright,
agenda.
we're good?
Good.
All right, so no action required on that, except thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so
much.
much.
Thank
All right,
you very
David,
much.
thank you. See you guys.
Old business, public hearing, acceptance.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming. Thank you.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Bye, have a good night.
Thank you. All right, so public hearing accepting donation of land, map 263, lot 2, which is that tiny triangular parcel over near Ospey Windsock.
Mhm.
This is our second public hearing on this?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Second and last.
second and last. And basically the town is proposing to accept the donation of that land. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Would we be offering it up to sale to an abutter?
After we accept it?
Yeah, you have to accept it first. So
I'm just asking if that's.
we can. I'll ask legal counsel about that.
Yeah.
Because it's a pretty small slice.
Right, but somebody might want to add it
0.1
to
You
their.
can't, but I believe it's on the border of Madison
Ospey
and
and
Ospey and Tamworth. So they could take it, but it's relatively useless because you can't merge the lines because it's across town lines.
And the water's right there.
And the water's just on
You're
the
you're
side.
right
You're
on
right
the Freedom Brook or whatever it is. Yeah.
We can still ask town legal counsel about
Because
that.
isn't this right where that gentleman just bought to build the garage?
No,
It's
no.
not right next to
No.
that?
I believe it's
Same general
yeah, it's
vicinity,
across
but
the
not-
brook from that, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, it's the other side of the brook, the little bridge there. Yeah. Okay.
All right. No other comments, questions, or concerns? Close the public hearing. All right, next item is the selectmen's lists, town employee vacation policy. Who was that?
Well, we were talking earlier, but I had some ideas, but Lucia's ideas are better. And about accrual process and budgeting, right? Budgeting
Yeah.
for them better. And having them be, I spoke to somebody at the county level, and basically they have kind of, whatever their weeks are, say they get 2 weeks vacation, if they can only carry one into the following, this is how it was explained to me, following year up until March in case they have a special event that they have to go to. Otherwise, they would lose it and not get paid for it. And there's some sort of, and I wanted to reach out to the county and see if I can actually see this. I would assume it's public information. They have some other part of that where if there is a payout for hours or days, it is only if proper notice is given. Otherwise, you would forfeit that. If you walk off the job, you wouldn't necessarily be able to collect. But if you stay the 2 to 4 weeks, whatever I think it's 4 weeks there, and do your transfer of knowledge and stuff, and you get everything. So those are just some things I was shooting in the dark and asking around, and some things to think about. And then of course I went online and said, where do you begin and how do you with a template. But I didn't have to see our actual physical policy. Not I'd like to see.
Ours?
Yeah. Be able to look it up and
Yeah,
compare it if we have one.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's up in the
So
office.
those are, and I'm open to suggestions. Those are just some things I was researching the last few days.
I'm not a fan of them losing it.
Yeah, so
To a
that's what I
certain
was
degree.
talking to her about was instead of losing the benefit, maybe doing like a payout or some kind of alternative, so that we're not losing benefits. Obviously, as a government employee, it's hard enough to keep people employed in the town. We don't want to take
Right.
benefits away from anybody, but offering some kind of alternative that maybe we won't keep as many weeks, but you get paid out for it, or some kind of
that was a
trade-off.
Yeah,
From,
at the end of the year, you would get some of your pay instead of, say you didn't use it. I guess there's some places that you say you didn't use your week's vacation. Well, we'll offer
Cash
it
out.
now, cash out 50% of your time, so that.
I would say 100%. If we're gonna
We
cash
don't-
out, it's gotta be 100%.
Well, I'm
but most
saying
towns don't.
they
It's
don't.
like
Well, I know-
75 to 50%.
I know that Freedom does 100%, but they don't roll over at all. If you don't use your
Right.
time, it's like a
that's what I
Christmas
Lose a lose.
bonus.
Right.
trying to avoid that big, multi.
The lump sum payout
Yes.
if somebody leaves.
There's just
Well,
no
sure,
way to, there's
I
no way to
understand
budget
that.
for it.
I think tying in
But
a
you can
knowledge
have a
transfer.
budget for it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And also
Retirements
doing
and
that.
buyouts, most government
Have that.
entities have a
Line
capital reserve fund or a trust fund for those things. Just because it's so common.
Yeah, 20 plus years ago, a teacher could buy back their sick time they never used.
Mhm.
Yes.
So basically cash out 20 years worth of
Well, they
sick
still
time.
do
that's
that
what I
in
was-
most places,
I
yeah.
was telling her too was at the state you can with your vacation time you can buy out retirement.
Do you want to go?
So I don't know if that also works for municipal, but I want to look into it because if we can use that to buy out retirement time, that's also very valuable. So we'd have to really figure out what is what.
Yeah.
So I guess if we can, I like some of Lucia's suggestions from what her experience was. I like some of the counties. I'd like to encourage more use of the vacation so people aren't burned out, and it evens our budget, however that is, And maybe the payout at the 50% is a great incentive, hey, go on vacation, and we'll do it every year. Do you get that bonus at the end of the year? Or at the end of the following quarter, I guess is more appropriate. Because I like the idea of being able to at least carry some over. Because sometimes people have special plans
Right.
that they can conjoin the years before time with that year's time and extend it, because they're going someplace really special.
They're month-long lasting cruise.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It gives them more flexibility.
Yeah.
So, those are just some of the shooting in the dark if you guys have anything that
Mhm.
you want to look up anything. I plan on at least contacting the county to see if I can see theirs.
So, my suggestion is that we wanna revisit some, personnel stuff, like wage schedules and job descriptions, especially for DPW in the beginning of August. So I'm wondering if we could reassign this to that time period, and we'll just do
Yeah.
It all together.
personnel stuff in the beginning of August.
Oh, that's
Company
great.
policy, that type of thing.
All right, so we are tabling this topic until first week in August?
Yeah, what, I think it's the 4th? The 4th.
Yes, fourth.
And tabling the entire discussion, and should we have
Just
folks bring
do
their
your
thoughts
homework.
on August 4th? Yeah.
Do your homework, please.
Yeah, and then
And
maybe
come
we'll
back.
all like overlap a few things.
Right.
And then we can come up with something.
We could draft a policy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'll bring our homework to August 4th meeting, and I'll accept a motion to table the vacation policy until August 4th, at which time we will all have done our homework.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All there?
Aye.
Thank you. All right, Silver Lake Dam proposal, who will go?
Me.
Okay.
I'm gonna start, I would like to make a motion to move forward with contracting
Thank you.
with MSK and Turner Group to have the engineering done.
The plan.
The engineering plan to be done.
That we have the money for.
The one that we already allotted money for.
Yeah.
And if I got a second, I'll discuss why.
It makes sense to me to do it. And I just want to have a good
All right, Neil, good
discussion
night.
before we vote. I mean,
Can't
Take care.
can't discuss
See you.
until we second it.
I'll second.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you got a
I'll
second if.
All right.
All right,
So, yeah, so I'll tell you what my thought was.
I'll call
My-
you, yeah.
All right, thank you for coming.
My thought is the townspeople have approved the money to do this.
Agreed.
We're on a very tight time schedule to get this done, to have it up for RFQs.
Agreed.
My thought would be that we do this, get it engineered, get the plan, and then allow the dam committee to look over the plan.
That's a great idea.
And then that way they can come back to us with any, whatever questions, comments, concerns from the engineering plan. Because at this point, we have the hydrology study and all the other stuff that's already been done, that's already been paid for.
Yep.
And that would just get us that much closer, and then we can hopefully then address the questions, concerns, whatever, that if they find anything, and then we can move forward with putting out the RFQs so that we can be ready, shovel-ready, hopefully, if we get the money
Yeah.
the following fiscal year.
Agreed. And one thing Lucia pointed out to me as well is that this next phase isn't typically broken out from what the work that has
It's
already been done.
Right.
So it may have been, they didn't want to commit to it because they didn't want to commit the money for that last phase and wanted the warrant article
Right.
to be separate, so that's why they kind of chunked it out, more of a financial decision
Right.
than an operational decision.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm completely on board with signing the contract.
Do we know the
Bergeron
timeline
and
for that?
According to Sean, he figured that if we were to get this done by July, we would hopefully have the plans by November at the latest. That would give us time to, and hopefully before that, but that was his thought was that at the latest it would be November, so that we could then be able to get those out for an RFQ and be able to hopefully find vendors that will hold their price until town meeting.
But when when does the committee get to do their work? What month?
They will get it, I guess as soon as we have the engineering plans, we can hand them off to them, give them the 2 weeks or whatever to our next meeting to go over those.
But we can also give them the reports.
They have the
now.
reports.
Just every member of the.
I don't know if everyone is,
Yeah.
I know, I'm sorry, I can't think of the gentleman's name that came, the retired engineer.
Oh, Matt.
Matt, yes.
Vavro.
And again, he had nothing but positive things to say about the reports anyway, so, but yeah, they can go over that.
They can
Absolutely.
get up to speed. And
Right, and then
Yep.
hopefully, if we get it out early enough, maybe we get something by, end of September, middle of October, whatever, and then that gives them a little more time, because
Yep.
I just don't wanna see us get pressed.
Yep.
And if we waited till August, and then all of a sudden it's February before we have our plans, and then we're like, well, we're not really ready, because we don't have the estimates, and then the federal government gets mad at us, and the state people get mad at us. 'cause
No,
we're not
and
ready.
I agree with Jake's position here. The reason I'm saying that is, our grant request is at the House Appropriations Committee.
Right.
And, there's probably a pretty good chance that money will be in the FY '27 budget, which starts October 1st. And when we met with Congressman Pappas, and Colin Pio is, we met,
Yeah.
he's actually the guy who pushed our grant, and Victoria did. I told him the project would be shovel ready. He asked that,
Right.
like, and I said, we are doing the engineering study, we will have plans, we will have potential bidders.
Right.
And we can start as soon as that federal money comes. But my other question is, we need to define the role of our dam committee. You know, we set it up, we haven't met yet, I didn't reach out to anybody based on our discussion from the last meeting. But, you know,
What's their charge?
when do we, what's their charge? When do we want that committee to actually form up, right? So they can select a schedule
I
or a
think
chairperson.
now, so they can at least all
Okay, that's
review
it.
the
Preliminary.
documentation,
Okay, yeah.
even if they meet
Mhm.
monthly,
Right.
whatever.
And I feel like
I
their
mean, I can
charge-
reach out to
right.
Matt
Yeah.
and
But you're a representative on the committee?
Yeah, I'm the selectman's rep, and I know
Well, you have
Charlie.
to reach out to everybody. There's no one individual
No, all of
leader
them.
on that committee.
Right,
No, what-
yeah.
I'll set up a initial kickoff meeting, I guess.
Then you can
You know,
point a chair.
Yeah, they'll select their own
Yeah.
chair, that type of thing.
Mhm.
But we'll have to get that organized. Like,
Yep.
I'll work on that this week if that's what you want me
Yeah,
to.
that'd be
Yes,
great.
please.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and I think their charge, you can tell them, will be to review the documents we have and then the plans we get in a very timely fashion so that we can, like I said, address issues. What you got?
I sent you guys what
Nicole's.
Nicole had
Mhm.
sent. I actually think that what her questions were to the group, to the new committee, are pretty good, and that they should look into all of those questions.
Yeah.
And that could be their like initial startup.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, having
You
been
looked-
on.
Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I know because I didn't respond to the thumbs up.
I know.
Having been on the committee, because this is only the second in my 22 years having spent this kind of money, and having committee for the fire truck and being on it, it saved us millions of dollars. The other thing is, I personally, if we didn't get the federal money, would not be in favor of having 700 households pay for a new dam, when it seems to be the finer piece of equipment in our town, right? Held up pretty good, right?
Don't jinx us.
Okay,
Don't jinx
oh
us.
yeah, but you know, I couldn't see asking for the town to put up that kind of money without a grant.
Well,
I think
no.
we would give another shot the following year.
Right, and
or
I think just
whatever, yeah.
once we have the plans, those
Right.
plans aren't going to change.
Yeah.
So, and we've
That's the
already
thing, we need
allotted
to
the money for.
Right.
We've already allotted the money. The townspeople have already approved that part. So let's get
Right.
that part done, and then allow them to then, like look it over and again cost saving measures, whatever it is that
Yeah.
that they can, if they can find. And again, we do have to remember we need to default to the professionals.
Right,
Nothing against our dam committee.
Right.
But when they come and say, can we do X, Y, and Z, and we go to them and they say, no,
right.
that
They're
means.
advisory. That's
Right.
what they are.
Yeah,
Advisory.
just the
Well, that's my
advisory.
point. When they bring the stuff to us,
Mhm.
and if we say, Sean, take these
Right.
things to Turner, MSK, whoever's handling it, and they come back and say, we have to do this has to be done, then we need to be able to accept that and move forward.
No, I'm very
But
comfortable.
I mean, I'm never gonna just accept something because somebody says it, right?
Yeah.
So, I know what you're trying to say. We defer to the experts.
Yes.
It's the gist of what you're saying.
Yes.
But I'm never just gonna defer without questions. Defer
Well, no,
without-
I'm not saying defer without questions. I'm saying get the questions, get
Yep.
the, like I said, the cost, what the committee thinks could be
Right.
cost saving measures, and if it's applicable, we can do that, and it's not gonna, affect the integrity of the project, then absolutely.
Yeah,
I think
mean,
it's a great
ultimately, They're
idea.
advisory.
Right.
They're just reviewing this
Yep.
with eyes that are and brains that are more experienced in this than ours, and with more time to read all of that than we have. And they're just advising us, and
Yeah.
that's it. And then we are taking that data point. We're taking the data points from Bergeron, from Turner, from everybody. That we're putting all that together to
Sure.
make decisions.
Yes.
So that's
No, that's good. And
Yeah,
I'm
because
very
we-
comfortable with Sean Bergeron serving as the project manager.
Yeah, absolutely.
He has put a lot of time, effort into this.
my hesitance was I just had
Yeah.
been asking for a long time.
Yeah.
For the information that we got in that last meeting.
Yeah.
I had
Mhm.
just been asking for that for a long time, and we finally got it. Now that we finally got it, okay, now let me digest it.
Yeah.
I have digested it, I've asked additional questions of Lucia. Okay, that's why I'm good with it.
Are
I
we
just need
comfortable
all the
with,
information then to digest
with
it,
moving
so that's
forward
fine.
with the 160K contract?
Yes,
Well,
and
so
again,
we'll-
remember, some of that money that's allotted in that contract comes after the plans are done, and it's oversight.
Yeah.
Like a lot of that, some of the money that Sean is worked in there for, is for oversight of the actual project. So hopefully, again, the numbers we got from them were, they're a year or two old, so there may be fluctuation in that, but without paying out that number, we should be.
No, I think we should
And a lot of-
proceed.
A lot of Sean's numbers were
Right.
Yeah.
very, we're rough estimates.
Right.
So, yeah, all right. So you made a motion
I
to
second it, so now we gotta
to
just.
sign it.
Just, yes, to move forward with the engineering of the plans.
I'm in favor.
Oh, yeah,
No.
Aye.
All right, unanimous.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that's good. We need to resolve this and
Yes.
move forward. So,
Can you make a motion
Did you sign that session?
to charge the dam committee and to do the preliminary, your kickoff meeting?
I will make a motion
Yeah,
to do a kickoff meeting and give them their charge.
Great.
But, all right, and their charge is
To review and assess and give us whatever cost-saving measures, things that they think may be missed, all
I
that.
like the word options. What
Right.
are our
options,
Yeah.
advisory
Advisory options,
committee,
yep.
yeah.
another one of my huge hesitations was that 2 years ago, when I was new to the board, pieces of paper were being handed out with, we're gonna get a $2 million bond. And it just seemed way too early in the process
Mhm. No, I agree.
to come up with a $2 million number and then to be committing to a bond when, now Joe's come up with $1 million.
Sure, right, well, I mean, that's
So
putting,
that was
that's putting the
part of
cart
my-
before the horse, for sure, right? I mean, at
So
this
then
point,
we were getting ready to sign something
Yeah.
No.
like that, and I'm like,
No, I
Great.
think we're all
We're there now.
uncomfortable with that,
We're where
but
we
I
need to
think with the
I got a
stuff-
second.
yes.
I'll second Jake's motion.
Very good.
Thank you.
All right.
Sorry.
All in favor?
No, that's all. That's all right. All in favor.
all in favor, aye.
Aye.
You kept going without a second. I was
All
like,
right.
no.
Yeah, I second it
All
first.
right, I'll work with the people who volunteered for the dam committee, try to get that organized, set up,
Just-
and,
All right,
Keep us abreast on the
yeah, and,
progress.
all
Great.
right.
Good job, Joe.
thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, ZBA legal budget.
That's you?
That's you, buddy.
Joe?
That was me?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I guess it makes sense because of Monday, ABC. As you know, we're overrunning our ZBA legal budget. We're up
We
to
have overrun.
Yeah.
We're at 120%.
Yeah.
And
The budget was 25,000 and we are at 30.
And
Are all
at-
bills
and 30
paid out of
change.
that?
no,
No, we're far above
another
that.
huge bill just came in.
What are we at then?
Approximately.
40, 45?
Holy.
No,
That was the last bill?
it's close to double.
Awful.
Yeah.
With the current bill just came in, what, about $14,000?
Yeah,
or so.
yeah. I think that's gonna be 45.
So the
No,
budget
we're in
was
trouble.
25
Mhm.
and we have received and paid some of $45,000.
Yes.
Approximately.
So
And
Do you
that's
have an
not, none of that is STR.
I gave you the update this morning,
I think
right?
when we went through the meeting,
No? Oh, I can update you.
Don't jump
I just,
that
but no, so that the last
Oh,
one you was
it was
30.
it was right. I think minimal, like $1,000 to $2,000
Oh,
was
you
STR.
mentioned, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they have a
Yeah, it's not
solution.
much
Yeah, we have to-
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so of this 45K, this is,
Primarily.
Cell phones.
It's a cell tower.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is, the STR still has 30,000, 32K left of
None
that
of that
80,000. No, this is related to the cell
Cell
phone
towers.
towers.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
we did, I guess there is a potential settlement.
Or so there's a
Came across
solution that the board the ZBA has come up with.
Okay.
It's not gonna be like a no more money spent, obviously, that we have to wrap up a case,
Mhm.
so, but they're waiting on the summary judgment, and then
Federal court.
from there, they're going
To try to.
they're gonna stop.
Mhm.
So, that's their solution. They're not planning on spending any more money.
Okay.
The issue is, we're still, 25K
Over.
in the hole.
Right.
Um,
This is your
I
problem.
don't know how we're gonna make up for that funding, from other areas. in the
We ain't
budget.
got no money.
I know, not especially
Right,
after the storm.
right.
We're looking at large bills for the storm repairs. So I'm not sure how we proceed,
If we end up having some special meeting, maybe the town can vote to move money from the STR warrant article to pay the cell tower bills.
yeah.
I would be in favor of having that meeting to move that money. However, I'm a little worried that even though the final, the Supreme Court is imminent, right, the decision,
Just waiting on that summary, yeah.
I'm a little worried I'm afraid we're gonna get a surprise bill on that.
Yeah.
That's my only thing, we're just like,
I
move the money
think-
here,
I
and then
think
we're gonna
that-
get a surprise
I-
bill over here, and.
Right, I think that we need to wait until everything has been paid, because we have to the end of the year, you know, our budget goes to December 31, so if we can get the summary judgment and all the bills paid, then we know exactly what we need to move.
Yeah.
Because I think that a special meeting would be premature without
No,
all
I
the
agree.
information.
Yeah, and if you guys are gonna do a special meeting, you really wanna do it for everything
Yes.
that we are having to deal with right now.
Exactly.
Which, the roads, any
It'll just
surprises.
be, all the line items are gonna just have dollar signs.
Yeah,
Which-
it'll be
Yeah.
multiple items, yeah.
And when it comes to, again, the concept of money we have set aside for a rainy day, like any of the previous warrant articles for road maintenance that we have money in that hasn't lapsed, because we've set them out for 5 years. If there's any money still there that we can appropriate.
I think we had
towards
discussed at
road
one point, Dylan, I think Dylan and I had a conversation when we were riding around, that obviously the work that we had slated for the paving and all that stuff isn't going to happen this year, because all those roads have been affected. So, what's that? No?
Necessarily.
Not necessarily?
That's up to you guys if you
Oh,
want.
right, well, right, so I guess.
It'd be up to the voters.
Right,
Up to
right,
the
well, that was my
voters.
thought, is
Yeah.
that if we can't, obviously if we can do the work this year, and to roads that aren't, but again, if we had money in there, we could potentially reallocate that.
Yeah, like other ETFs that we have, because our moderator has voiced concern that there's $500,000 sitting in ETFs, and the selectmen are agents to expend of all of that. We're only allowed to spend per the warrant article that establishes an ETF.
Unless the legislative body dictates that
Right,
we do
so
it.
that's when
We
special
can
meeting
move
would
the
come
money.
in.
Yes.
Into
So
another
just
fund.
a reminder,
Yeah.
if you do a special meeting and you're reallocating funds from an already decided upon, like warrant article or ETF or capital reserve fund, you do need 2/3 of the people voting to vote
To vote
for
for it.
it to
Yeah.
approve it.
Yeah.
So, just so you know.
Thank you. I don't think we're gonna vote to reallocate Chief's cruiser.
No, we
ETF.
need a cruiser. One concern, and I've discussed this with you previously, if we lose this case, are we liable for the other side's legal costs?
We were told no,
No.
but that is
They don't
not
know yet.
right. But that right. I was
So
going to
we
say,
could
but we were
actually
told
see
no,
a
but we could see
significant-
we
We could
if
see a
they
significant bill there.
absolutely.
Yes.
So
That seems to be,
That wasn't
when you
was
lose,
it
you
the
pay the
STR
other side,
cases we
right?
talked about where they
Yeah.
can't, how we, the plaintiffs won all their cases, but and had to spend money to win, so, and I think that's when it came up, can they come after us for their legal fees? And we were told no then,
I don't know if that's accurate either. But
and I'm
I'm no
very-
lawyer, so I don't know.
No, that's what,
Yeah, I don't wanna
but-
speculate.
I don't wanna
think-
speculate
I'm just
either.
saying that, I think, is when the conversation
that-
happened, because somebody in the room said, no, that once they're done, and they're not gonna, I'm like,
but
that
that's
seems
something,
weird.
we should confirm that with the attorneys.
Yeah,
What happens if the judge in a summary
right.
rules against the town?
Yeah, they're
What
still
what
looking
is
in-
what
they're
is
still
our
looking into
liability
that.
there? Yeah.
Isn't that
Okay.
usually in the complaint? That,
Sure.
that language?
I'm not sure.
I'm
I think
not
so.
sure.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
we good with that one?
Yes.
That
Okay,
was that okay.
next.
So it's just an update.
Okay. Community garden.
Community garden, the Madison Community Garden Committee, Liz, one of the members, reached out, and they have you seen it? They set up the beds and they put the deer fence around it.
Do we have a lease in place?
Yes.
Yeah, no, they signed
Okay, I couldn't
we have the
remember. Thank you.
agreement, they
Yeah.
have insurance.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Thank you.
The issue is, there was an old well there, point well,
Yep.
with a pitcher pump.
Yep.
And the water's coming out dingy. It's dirty, rusty. They didn't get it
Especially after
tested.
Thursday.
Yeah, and they asked, there is a water spigot at the top of the hill at the one of the sheds.
And there's one out in front at the Brookfield sign.
That has PFAS in it though, doesn't it?
I don't know if that's been tested, actually.
I'm not sure, but they asked if they could run a garden hose.
Yeah.
I do know that they stopped allowing us to drink out of the water that comes out of
They
that
got
shed.
a lock on it.
Well, because it's not potable. That's the problem.
Can we
It's
put it on the
not,
garden?
it's not a public water supply.
Yeah.
It is not an approved tested, because public water supplies, you
Right.
do have to test on a regular basis.
Is that something you can water a vegetable garden?
That would be considered public
The
water
one you're
without
talking
testing.
about, the water spigot is on the shed up here.
Yeah.
That's off the drilled well, that is drinkable.
That's
But-
good
but it
water?
has- But I think it has to be tested in order to be considered.
I think it gets tested every year, is my thought.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
That's off the drilled well by the basketball.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, the one
Which
that's,
has
there's like a
tested.
stainless steel spigot on the building there. There's already a garden hose curled up there.
Is that what the rec uses for the kids to play in?
Oh, do they? Oh,
sometimes
wow.
it's okay.
So I can confirm that that is a well that has been tested for PFAS and it does not have levels.
Okay.
of-
So we can connect there
I
and,
don't have a problem with it.
I'm not a what if person typically, ever. I'm like, whatever happens, happens. If somebody left the hose on is my only concern.
well, what I'm gonna do is.
Because it's happened at my house.
I spoke with them
Yeah.
and I emailed Dylan and you guys as well. What we'll do, I'll put a stainless steel Y up there with ball valves.
Yeah.
And that way we can use, the rec department can still spray the kids with the hose or set up their little pools, whatever. And then, the plan, Dylan, I guess, was to run along the fence, then down along the woods. And I know you don't want Jim running over the hose with the John Deere tractor or the lawnmower. So we'll have to mark it somehow or whatever.
if it were me, I would elevate it.
What do you?
I would zip tie it to the fence.
Zip tie it on the fence? Oh,
Elevate it so it's
all right,
not
we
on the
can do that.
ground. Goes up, and then once it gets over towards the woods line, you can run it
Run it down side
down.
of the
But
woods.
they would
So
have-
just go up a foot so you don't weed whack it or anything?
exactly
Okay,
because you
all right.
run the whip string across it, or
No,
someone
that's a good
runs it
idea,
over
all
with
right.
the.
All right,
and
we
then
can do
it's a
that.
mess. And just make sure that they know that it needs to be stored on this side of the driveway. So when they're done using it, don't leave it in the middle, because I don't care if you get one of those crushed boost hose or not. When those boys are coming in and out to play softball, it's 1,000 miles of traffic. So when they're done using it, just coil it and keep it on the woods line would be my recommendation.
Don't leave it
Because
across
it
the
comes down across the
Oh,
fence.
don't
we'll
leave
go-
it across
leave
the driveway.
And don't leave it in that, because they park in that area as well. So my recommendation would be hose reel, what have you,
She was talking about getting a hose.
against the woods
The
line,
lady
so
was
that
saying
when
that.
they're done using it, they can store it properly and it's not gonna.
All right, we'll
And
just-
honestly, it's for their own good, because if it gets damaged, it's theirs.
We don't want the hose to get
Right,
wrecked.
exactly.
People-
So-
yeah.
Rec was told it was non-potable, so can we just confirm that it's potable and tested, that it has been tested as potable? And doesn't.
This is your
doesn't-
deep well, right, the artesian well?
Drilled, yeah.
And it doesn't.
Do we have any water testing data on that?
I
Like,
thought
was
it
it?
gets done twice a year.
Yeah, I want to say it's one of the ones we test.
There should be test all three. It should, all three of them up there should get tested.
Right.
All right, can we
I wanna say
see
it
when it
is.
was last tested, just to verify
Yeah,
there's
'cause
no bacteria or anything?
Working on the PFAS stuff, like
Yeah.
that was not considered a public water supply.
Yeah.
It was, I don't even know that the library well was technically being considered a public water supply because of the numbers of people using
I
it.
mean, they're gonna water the tomato plants with it, I mean.
Which will be consumed. so-
But I want it to be safe, yeah, I don't want
Yeah.
bacteria or PFAS or any other chemical.
Yeah, it's definitely no PFAS up there, I can
Yeah.
confirm that. So it's just a matter of bacteria or it being
All right, yeah,
officially
if you can pull up a
drinkable.
record and just verify or
Yeah,
see
we'll
that
do it.
it's
Okay.
clean, safe.
Alright, cool.
So do you want to let them?
Yeah.
Once it's confirmed that the water would be considered potable.
Well, can we make a motion that pending,
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, make that motion, Joe.
pending the review of the latest well water test, to make sure it's clean, safe, and can be used on a vegetable garden.
Yeah.
I would like to allow the garden committee to run the hose from the shed down to the community garden.
Okay, and would we be asking DPW to actually run the hose?
No.
No,
We'd ask
the
them
garden,
to run it?
garden people will provide it. I'm actually donating a hose, but they'll get the reel and.
But we're okay with them putting the hose,
Right.
them laying the hose?
Zip tying it?
We're comfortable with them zip tying it,
Do you
positioning
want-
it?
I can't imagine that they can't zip tie a hose to a fence.
I mean, I can help them a little.
I'm
think
just
so.
confirming.
No,
No, I know,
that-
yeah,
that-
right.
To be as
I get what
specific
you're
as
saying.
possible, Is someone going to tell them to do it high and along the fence? That's all.
That's Joe's fault. That's,
Okay.
that's up to
All right,
Joe.
yeah,
All right.
just, no, I agree, Jordan.
Okay, all right.
We don't
Yes.
want, like,
That's our
well,
plan.
who the
That's
hell
our
hung
plan.
this one?
Need a
I'll
motion,
second that
please?
motion.
There you go.
All right.
in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Next item. Oh, I just wanted to mention the resident option for relief. Joe, you had any?
Oh, let me read, yeah.
Can I
Just
put-
cookie real quick?
Yeah, just so,
You can continue.
I
Joe,
actually
yeah.
have,
'Cause
And then we'll just put that information on the front page of the website with all the other.
yeah,
So can I make a caveat to
Yes.
this? Is this doesn't help unless we get the emergency
yeah,
declaration.
I was gonna mention that. He
So
read my mind.
I don't
Well,
wanna
won't do it
post
yet.
it until we get the emergency
Fair
declaration.
enough.
Yeah, this is all pending the FEMA, the federal declaration of the disaster.
Federal or state?
Federal.
Okay.
Has to be signed by the president.
The president has to sign off on the FEMA declaration. But this was the morning after the storm. Actually, Victoria Laracy from Congressman Pappas's office reached out to the town, and she's like, "What do you guys need?" And same with Senator Shaheen's office, Chuck Henderson, and then Maggie Hassan's office, Ben Bellinger reached out to us. But they looked into this. This is a note from, her name is Savannah Rogers. She works on Capitol Hill in Pappas's office in the Cannon office building. She's a legislative assistant. And she sent a quick note. It's regarding a FEMA program. It's called the IHP, Individuals and Households Program. Provides financial and direct services to eligible individuals and households affected by a disaster who have uninsured or underinsured necessary expenses and serious needs. IHP assistance is not a substitute for insurance and cannot compensate for all losses caused by a disaster. The assistance is intended to meet basic needs and supplement disaster recovery efforts. The money includes temporary housing, repair or replacement of owner-occupied homes, temporary housing unit, the FEMA trailers, we've all seen after major hurricanes. Funds for hazard mitigation assistance to help eligible homeowners repair, rebuild stronger, more durable homes. I would think we had some residents that lost their septic systems and, that type of thing, or some of the roads that were washed out, class 6 roads.
Yep.
Funds for other uninsured or underinsured disaster-caused expenses and serious needs. So I do have the link here. It's FEMA.gov/assistance/individual/program. But again, there won't be anything there for Carroll County, New Hampshire, right? They actually give it a disaster number, and it will show up on the FEMA website. Again, until, the preliminary damage assessment's done, the governor has to sign, declare the disaster in the state, then the president has to sign it. So there's still some process here. So don't log on there and expect to find, a FEMA assistance right now. But our congressional delegations are, they're there to help us, and again, we're going to look at long-term money as well for the infrastructure improvements. As we said, 2028 money out. So that's where we're at. So we are reaching out to state and federal resources. Okay.
All right, next item, administrators list items.
So I heard a rumor that you guys were doing select board office hours.
I was doing them on the morning of our meetings. Today I couldn't because I was in court at 9 a.m. But I was coming in 9 to 10, and I was able to tell everybody that, but now I can't because I can't come because it won't let me.
So would you guys be in, because I have had several members of the public contact me interested in this. So would you guys be willing to hold office hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been every one
Okay.
except for today, and couldn't tell anybody because I've been coming in 9 to 10.
Mhm.
But say I'll be here a little early if you want. I can meet anytime.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I've been.
same with me. I stop
only-
by here in the morning anyway.
I only had one person come in, two
Yeah.
people come and meet me, chief
Yeah.
and one member of the public one time.
Okay.
That's it.
Do you want, I would, I think if we formalized it a little bit, you would have a
Better
more
chance.
interest in wanting to meet with you, because we do, and it would be easy for me to say, hey, yes, you want to meet with a select board member? Awesome, they have office hours.
Yeah.
But that is up to you guys to be there.
No, whatever, set it up, I mean, I'll be there.
Yeah, so would you guys want to formalize it, and then do you want to do it the morning, Tuesday morning?
And I could probably do like Tuesday from 2 to 3 to whatever before the meeting. Like
Okay.
The afternoon, Tuesdays.
Only on meeting days, or do you?
I could do it probably by request other than that, but that would be like my official, like,
Okay.
because I
Yeah.
usually try to get here early for the Tuesday meetings.
I liked coming in today, I just couldn't, that's all.
On
Not-
meeting days
Meeting
only?
days,
I
not
like the
down here in
meeting
the
days as
morning.
well.
Okay.
I could come on Fridays from like 9 to 10.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Wasn't open.
good point.
So it sounds like the meeting
It is now.
days,
Oh.
the times before, so either morning or afternoon before the meetings.
Yeah.
And again, I'm willing, if someone has a concern and they want to meet with me, I'm willing to take the time
Right.
outside of that.
Yeah, no, of course I would reach out to you guys. I just was, if we could post
Mhm.
office hours on the website, it would just be very
Helpful.
easy for people to be like, oh, I can just go to the office and meet them.
Yeah, I don't have
Filled
a
out.
problem with that, and I've always said too, I gave out my phone number 3 times this week, just call me, I'll meet you at your house, I don't care.
Actually, and I can do every Thursday from 3 to 4. I can commit to that.
Let's start with Tuesdays, and then if we need more hours because you have more interest, then we'll move over to other days.
So you alternating like people on different
Yeah,
Tuesdays?
how do you
or-
want to set this
Well, it
up?
sounds like
I'm fine for every Tuesday pretty much, unless
we
it's
could
something
probably fill in most of
Yeah.
the Tuesday before of the meetings.
that's-
Between you and Joe in the mornings
Yeah.
or midday, and then you
Yeah,
and
whatever,
Anthony.
Yeah.
I'm flexible, whatever you want to set up.
Yeah, and I'm sure Jim can stop.
It's easy to remember that way too,
No, you
it's
can't.
like, it's selectman hat time, you know?
He's got child
It's either
care.
him or me. You
Okay, never mind. So
Yeah.
Tuesdays of meetings. Okay, well, I'll send you an email to all approve to before I post on the website, but we'll get that set up.
All right, perfect.
I think it'll be much appreciated with the community engagement that we're looking for.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, abatements. So you all received these. These are that's the actual letters from your assessor, Chad, with recommendations and of approvals and denials. There are 11 approval recommendations, and there were 39 overall, so I forget what was it 23?
28.
Denials, so if you guys accept the recommendations, I have a lot of paperwork for you to sign.
So, yeah, I reviewed them all over, you
Yeah.
sent us on the email, so if you need a motion.
Yeah.
I would do a motion to accept the findings that they put out
Mm-hmm.
and sign them tonight.
Second that motion.
Okay.
All right.
And I'll abstain because mine is in there.
We can abstain for just yours if you want.
Okay. Then that, do I have to say that?
Sure.
I'll abstain from mine.
All right, we had a motion and a second?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All in favor?
Right?
Aye.
Great.
He's really thorough. I mean, he goes into the
Oh,
RSAs, he
mhm.
goes into
No.
case law, he goes
That's
into
right.
all
Okay.
the things.
So these are your acceptance, and I need you to sign both
Top and bottom.
top and bottom of the top sheet. This will go to Mike for tax collection purposes of abating. And then next I will give you the granted, and this is the letter that they will receive, and then the denials, I'll also have you sign those letters.
Question, if I may?
Sure.
So if the person who is applying for the abatement, this is not in agreement with Chad's decision, what's the next step?
Yeah, you
The
would
land-
appeal.
To the land appeal to who, Chad?
I think it's.
I feel like there's a town approval appeal process and then followed by a state appeal.
I'll
But I'm
get
not 100%.
with Chad when he's here next and
Okay.
put the next step on the website.
Okay, great. Thank
I
you.
recognize that name, that's why I just want to make sure that I review this.
Yeah, because I'm sure we'll get all those questions. I'm sure we'll get that question a lot.
Yeah.
And I'd like to thank Madison for cranking these out for me.
Nice
Thank you,
job.
Madison.
Thank you,
You did a great
Madison.
job. And for whatever reason, these are a little bit later than normally done. I'm not sure why this year. I'm sure because of the change over. Well, I'm sure because of also the change in our office.
Yeah.
So we have gotten a lot of comments about that they're late this year, but they are actually due for us on the 1st of July, so they are not late.
Later than.
So is this all of them?
This is all the ones that we were received by the deadline of March 31st.
And this is after the reassessment?
This is for 2025, so last tax year.
Yeah, I think you could have the option to do it every year.
Yep.
Yes, you can.
Yep.
These are just the letters that are going to go out. So this is all the granted, and then behind that's all the denials.
39 signatures.
Yes, 39. I'm sorry. It's a lot of signatures.
So when do we get stamps?
Yeah, when
Well,
Electronic signatures?
legally, stamps are not allowed, but electronic signatures, the jury's still out on.
Okay.
The state of
Did
New
you,
Hampshire has still not decided.
A quick question, Lucia. Did you verify the interest calculations?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw you guys were
Yes.
looking at that this morning.
Yeah, we did.
Did I sign yours? Did I sign yours?
No, that's
Like, why does this one look
Well,
different?
because the names shift from time to time.
If they do, just keep going.
Why does this one look different than the others?
This is the letter that's going out.
These are going out to
yeah.
the people.
Yeah, you went through the half sheet that's for taxes and the other
Okay,
one's
got
for
it.
letter.
Keep those separately.
Oh, you can just stack them. I'll separate them. That's fine.
You didn't have to use those.
Well, I did earlier.
Mhm.
Before you got here, we think you used them once. I know, they're gonna come in handy.
Good idea.
Prevents me from being on the screen.
It's like when you're signing a mortgage document.
It is.
14,000
Yeah.
signatures.
I'm buying the car, is it not so?
Okay.
I think I'm
You
buying.
think they had to figure out the process of buying a car where you wouldn't have to
you.
sign so much stuff.
I think I'm signing for a new police car from Madison or something. You know, I promised to pay $73,000.
At least it doesn't all have to be notarized.
Oh, jeez.
That would take forever.
Do you have a notary? Are you a notary?
Not yet. I'm hoping to get it.
I think who? Mike and Becky?
Mike and Becky.
Mike and Becky. Okay.
It's probably gonna be a next year thing. We need money for that.
How much? Just a few hundred, right?
It's like $600. What? Yeah.
To
To become a justice of the peace.
Is that what it is?
My husband's a justice of peace and notary. He did not pay anywhere near that.
The class is like $500, I think, and then
There was no class.
Yeah.
He just got it.
oh,
I was
know.
ordained.
Yeah.
That's what I did. So it cost me $39.
Well, yeah.
And you do
He's
weddings?
never.
I do weddings and
well, I
funerals.
think the justice
Can you
of the
really?
peace is different than
It
the
is,
notary.
yeah.
He's a justice
The
of the
notary
peace and a
class
notary.
is like $500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
He's
remember
never taken
that.
a class.
Oh,
Yeah.
For that.
I don't. Well, I
Takes a
guess.
class for everything else.
I
Not
don't.
for notary.
I guess I've never looked into if New Hampshire requires
So if I ever
the
needed a
class.
quick wedding or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I've done
So,
two.
no.
I've done two.
Well, see, this is why I kind of been putting it off because I don't want to have to
No.
facilitate
Yes.
weddings.
There was one, I was here, it was in the hallway, it was 3 minutes. If
Yeah.
you went, it was do you, okay, good,
Yeah.
you're
You
good.
don't, I don't think
But
there's.
I don't really want to have my friends ask me. is
Yeah.
the question.
I did one of my friends and I did one of my
You know what you
wife's
wanna do?
cousins.
Work only. Say it's work only.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of fun to officiate.
Well, if
the
the town
weddings.
pays for it, you can legit say it's work only.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Well, I got married in Washington State, and they only required you to be ordained, so you could go online and get that.
Right.
He did.
That's what I did.
$39.
Yeah.
$39.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah,
So you're
official.
Reverend Bowie.
I am. Yeah.
Father.
No, I'm not Catholic.
No, you're good.
Pastor Jake?
Pastor Jake.
That's
Here we go.
I could do a funeral, but that would be fun. Those are always fun. So I put the fun back in funeral.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's when they're a celebration of life.
Yeah.
They're not funerals.
See, I always said that no matter, like, when I die, I want it written into my will that they literally make the congregation wait 10 minutes so that people can say, oh my God, she was late to her own funeral.
I feel like there's more letters than there were the top ones. Isn't there?
Yeah, because the top ones are just.
These are acceptance and
Oh.
This is the
Yeah,
whole
make sure you don't
lot.
sign your own.
Oh, shoot, I wasn't.
I don't think it's come through.
I haven't.
Haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it. Oh, here's Carl Nordland right
That's
here.
me.
Trustee.
That guy. Oh.
All right, yeah. So
Don't
this
sign-
one,
don't sign
this
oh,
one.
Don't sign this one.
Okay.
It's making its way down.
Well, the stack looks smaller.
Getting there.
Well, 18 left.
Now I'm like,
There's still a stack here.
No, she's got it.
Okay.
She's got it.
I'm like, where's the
Yeah,
apple?
that was
Oh,
in, yeah.
yeah, just throw it over there.
There you go.
I'm gonna do an abatement next year, and I'm gonna cite because I have 5 children. They ruin all my nice stuff. You take that in consideration, Chad?
He ain't gonna call you back.
Exactly.
You know how they clear cut my lot?
Mhm.
Yeah, Michael Pines. That's I gotta figure out what
That's
an abatement should be for that.
that's going to increase your property value, so I wouldn't do that.
What, clear cutting?
Mm-hmm.
How does it increase your
Because it
value?
gives you more usable space.
Oh,
So I would-
are you more buildable?
I would
Did you read
just
this
leave
one?
it alone.
Okay, that's why I
Yeah,
said I
because
gotta-
it becomes a more yeah.
even though they
That's
they
why-
wiped out
Yeah,
all
I was
my
like-
trees.
That's
Yeah,
why, like,
whatever.
when the logging companies will buy a piece of land for 150,000 and clear cut it and make that, and then
Yeah,
sell it
it's a
for
trust.
250,000.
Oh, do they?
Mhm.
Okay, see, I didn't know that.
Which I don't agree with because it's to me
Yeah, I
vacant
lost
piece
I
of
lost all
property,
my
right?
privacy.
But it will increase the value of your property.
You know, we had the red pine blight in there.
Mhm.
They gotta take all the trees down.
Oh, last one.
Allegro no pines, yeah.
Yeah, pineless, Allegro stumps.
Oh.
Oh, they'll plant new ones.
I already put it.
They'll need to burn it if they want red pines.
I already put new seedlings
Yeah.
in. I put 150
That's
seedlings.
the fancy thing about red pines.
Look.
Is you have to expose them to heat.
Yeah, to open
Open seed
lots
pods.
of seeds up, yeah.
Assembly line.
All right.
And making sandwiches.
Yay! Good job, guys.
Hey, thanks.
Lots of paper, I know.
All right.
But,
these don't need to be signed, or these?
no, that's just that's for me. If they come in, they want to see his letter, I'll show them.
I was gonna say, they have a right to see,
Yes,
right,
yes.
the assessment
Yeah,
or.
yeah. This is it's public document at this point.
There's one file, 2 files.
Yay! Okay. Cool. So, next thing is because this is above the $3,000 purchasing thing. So we would like to contract Abby, who's our bookkeeper currently, that we have a 6-week contract with that has already lapsed, and she's still doing the work. To contract with her for the rest of the year.
Okay.
So it comes out to $9,800.
And that's, first question, is it
yeah.
in the budget?
Yes, it's gonna work out. Yes.
Okay.
This at this point is necessary for the operation of town.
Okay.
And
what is she doing? Sorry, I'll let you finish.
This is she increased her rate because there are more things than we first originally knew about.
Okay.
So it is slightly more, but it is well within. I still think this is a very good contract to have. Very efficient for the town. It would cost us more to hire somebody to have on as an actual employee than to contract out with her.
She is solving a lot of mysteries.
Oh
Like
my
a
gosh.
detective.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
She's saving us.
that's what I was just gonna ask you. How is she doing on the QuickBooks? I'm not, you know what I mean?
We are fighting QuickBooks right now to gain access of our own account. It is so frustrating and miserable. They are worse than the IRS at this point. We're getting there. We're making headway. So piece by piece, we're putting some things together. We're finding some stuff. So, but the amount of just fixes that she's been able to already implement, well worth all of the time. And this is a dream contract for me, at least.
Is this is QuickBooks like what other municipalities use? Is
So
it something she recommends us stay with?
that's what she's going to do with the rest of the year. So we're getting SOPs out of the deal, which is great. So anybody
Absolutely.
would be able to use it. She's going to do an audit. Her and both Chris are going to do audit next month to make sure that we have fixed all the things that maybe mistakes that were done. We've had 5 people at this point, 5 or 6 people who have done financial stuff from January to now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot for a town to go through. And there are a lot of differences in the way people did things.
So they didn't have SOPs to follow.
Yes. So we're trying to clean everything. And then we're also paying for like the Cadillac version of QuickBooks. She's gonna look into, do we actually, well, first of all, we don't use the Cadillac version. We're using like the Toyota Corolla version of the ability we have, we're using very minimal. So is it worth us paying for the most highest best thing? Or can we move to like the online version, because this is not going to be supported for much longer? Do we move to the online version and had the same capabilities still? Like we wouldn't be changing anything that we've already had access to or we're using. So
QuickBook, the argument was made that QuickBook desktop does so much more than the online
we
version.
weren't using
we
it.
weren't using what we
But
what
so
we do.
why are we paying for it if we're not using it?
Yep.
Like that's my concern. We are thankfully very soon that's why we're trying to gain access to the whole account, because it's limiting us from being able to pay payroll from QuickBooks and pay our IRS taxes from QuickBooks. It has the capability of doing that. We just can't do it if we don't have access of our own QuickBooks account. So trying to get all these things worked through and then doing the actual fixes that will save hundreds of hours of work, like that's gonna save us a lot of money in the end. So,
What's our timeline for, and Christine to kind of get all this cleaned up or squared away?
we're hoping by the end of July, we will have a very clean set of books for this year.
All the deposits, everything going
Everything.
back to January
Yes.
1st will all
Yes.
be
Policy though,
reconciled and put
Yes,
in the
yes.
system?
do we have to get 3 quotes? Our own policy
Yeah.
states we do.
Yeah.
Yep.
If we're gonna enter into this.
Yep.
Our own policy, we just put into effect, we need to get 3 other quotes.
Okay.
So I think we need
Two other
to,
quotes, yeah.
we can't just
Two of
go
them.
against our own stuff we just did.
Mhm.
Sure.
And I'm not trying
Yep.
to slow it down,
Right.
but
No, you're
I
making us-
can't,
Yep,
I can't in good health say that.
yep.
Not when we got other companies out there that can at least look at it. So, that's just, I was trying to think off the top of my head, we upped the DPWs,
Mhm.
but we didn't up
And
anybody else.
Fire, well, I think fire
Fire,
department.
yeah,
Yeah.
and police.
No,
They're
they
at-
said they didn't need,
they didn't need it.
more
They're
than
at
10K.
10K, right, DPW?
Yeah.
DPW and fire 10K.
And this one
everybody
is
else
what, 5?
3?
No, it's like 98, I think.
This was
No,
95,
but what's the cap on
3?
3K? Okay.
3,500.
so.
Yeah. I wouldn't advocate for changing anything while we wait. Definitely
No,
not.
I
No,
mean,
we
we
have
gotta
to
keep
stay
doing what we're
wheels in
doing,
motion.
but-
Keep going.
I think in
Right.
order just to keep everything
Yeah.
in line, we
How
have
do
to
we-
follow our own rules.
How do we have continuity with Abigail while we address the purchase order?
We just-
Well, so she was on so her contract ended on the 10th-ish or something, or
Yeah, so it's whatever the 6-week
period
out
was?
was, yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, we could ask for an extension.
I was just gonna say, can we extend the existing contract for a month or 6 weeks or
Yeah.
whatever? Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know if she would extend for the same amount. That new amount is probably what she would want to extend for.
So can she prorate that amount for 6 weeks and?
Well, until we
Yeah,
get
I
the-
mean, if
Yeah,
that's,
just to get this
yeah,
in the going or whatever.
And also, can we verify where we are on our admin budget with this $9,800? Because
We'll see it as.
it's already
Yeah.
pretty tight.
well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be close.
That's what I
Right,
mean,
sure,
that's
fit.
what, that's what I'm worried about.
But I don't think it'll put my department over. This
Okay.
at least won't put my
All right,
department over.
that's what I'm, just wanna verify.
There are other things that might do that.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have, between the storm damages and everything, I mean, we're gonna be tough in October, November. I mean, holy.
What did you say?
That's kind of like the summary of
Oh,
work, like the
okay.
statement of work part.
I think I'm gonna try to bring this back next meeting.
Yep.
So heads up.
All right,
And then,
do we need to make a motion to extend her contract for a short
I
period
think
of
as
time?
long as it's under
No,
3,500
yeah.
bucks, it's up to Lucia.
Okay,
Yeah, I
all
can
right,
do
And
just
it
make
should,
sure
because the
that
last one was what?
we can't afford to
15?
lose her right now.
Yeah.
1,200.
1,200.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah, so it'll be well below the 3,500.
All right, so just do a short-term contract extension.
Mm-hmm.
And are we under the, is it under the understanding that we're going for the RFP right now with hopes of having feedback in 2 weeks? or-
Yes.
Yeah,
that was-
okay,
That's,
just checking.
I think, isn't that what you were saying, you're gonna bring it back in 2 weeks, hopefully with,
Yeah. So
Okay.
you said you need 2 more quotes.
yeah.
We need 3 quotes total for the new
Yeah. So I
policy.
was
So
just
this is
gonna
one,
put out for a
Two.
couple.
yeah,
Reach out to a couple companies probably.
yeah,
Just see if they would be interested, and then hopefully we'll be back in 2 weeks.
yeah,
yeah.
thank you. Thank you.
Okay. We'll obviously the non-public, but we'll wait till the end for that. So I have a couple signature items for you guys. So these are people who have not paid their dog licenses,
Got my name's on
Jeez.
there.
and it's a
How long
civil
is that list?
forfeiture process for any dog
So you know
owners.
that, I've had the cops come to my house over this. I was like,
Over a
does that mean you're
dog?
taking my dog
A
for
$7 dog license?
or does that mean you're taking my dog for a ride? I'm forfeituring him to you for the day? Is that, what does that look
So,
like?
yeah, I don't understand what we're signing here. Please.
Most likely should be changed, yeah.
A warrant for unlicensed dogs.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's a legal process
dog's
that
on
you
there.
have
Is
to
it?
go through.
It's
It's
all in
missing 2 lines, so you can add 2 lines to it.
Wow, okay.
So what is the process?
That's the whole thing I had. They gave me the rabies.
This is
back
more
when I was
town clerk.
vaccinated,
Town clerk's wheelhouse, I just get the thing for you to sign.
but- No, call. I should go up and get another one. Yeah.
Email it to you. That's what
There's
people should have got.
There's a lot of people.
I mean, I
should
guess I
have
could look up the
You don't
RSA
get it there.
for it.
Okay.
They email
I'll
all
check.
the towns.
I'll
for that.
check with them.
Yeah.
Because I had the appointment in like freaking February.
Yeah, no, they'll email them.
So how many animals is it, Joan?
650.
There's pages here. Some people got 5, 6 dogs
Well,
or cats,
it's
whatever.
a kennel.
I'm against it.
No, that's what I'm trying to
I have 3
understand.
stray cats in my backyard. My
Same
dog doesn't
RSA
need a
on the
license.
first page. On the second. Let's see.
RSA 466:14. You are hereby directed to proceed forth with either to collect the fees due the town of Madison, to
What
be
was it
turned
for?
over to the town clerk, or seize an unlicensed dog for holding in an appropriate holding facility.
What was it again? What?
RSA
Yeah.
466:14.
Steal the dog.
Warrants and proceeding.
Put him in the pound.
Let's take him up to Pound Road, put him in the
Put
pound.
him in the pound.
Found my dog there once.
Oh,
not
he
more.
died last week.
Well, that's what the pound was originally for, right? For the loose cattle and everything.
Yeah.
No, people are just gonna say he died last week.
What about
So-
that one? He's not old enough to be
And they
licensed
don't
yet.
ever ask you, like, my dog could be on there because he died last year. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
No, you gotta tell
I mean, we paid.
You gotta tell them when you don't
It was
touch.
like $7.
So yeah.
Do I look like I
Alright,
tell
RSA
government things?
466
Just a dog, unless you use them on your taxes.
Proceedings, the town or city clerk shall annually between June 1st and June 20th present to the local governing body a list of those owners of dogs that have failed to license or not renewed their dog license pursuant to RSA 466:1. The local governing body shall, within 20 days from June 20th, issue a warrant to a local official authorized to issue a civil forfeiture for each unlicensed dog. The warrant may also authorize a local law enforcement office to seize any unlicensed dog. The civil forfeiture may be sent by certified mail or delivered by hand or left at the abode of the dog owner. The cost of service shall not exceed the United States Postal Service rate of certified mail with return receipt at the time of mailing. The same cost of service for the United States Postal Service rate of certified mail with return receipt shall apply for the delivery of such notice in hand or left at the abode of the dog owner. The cost of service in any case may be recovered by the city or town in addition to the amount of the civil forfeiture. If the unlicensed dog is seized, it shall be held in a town or city holding facility, like a pound, for a period of 7 days, after which time full title to the dog shall pass to the facility, unless the owner of the dog has, before the expiration of the period, caused the dog to be licensed. The owner shall pay the facility a necessary and reasonable sum per day, as agreed upon by the governing body of the town or city, and the facility for each day the dog has been kept and maintained by the facility, plus any necessary veterinary fees incurred by the facility for the benefit of the dog. Before a local law enforcement officer seizes any unlicensed dog, a written warning shall be given to the
My
dog.
wife's actually.
You will pay
Are you on there?
Oh fuck yeah. Pardon my language. Yes.
I didn't want to point it out.
No, I knew because I came to Mike and I talked to him about it because I couldn't find my rabies certificate.
Oh, you need the certificate.
And I have and I got it.
You actually
I absolutely did.
You
And I
actually don't
apologize.
need it, Jake, because they will talk directly.
Right.
to
So
your
that's the thing.
vet.
I just
You don't
gotta
need
talk
it, yeah.
So-
to Mike.
Do we
I did talk
actually
with
go
Mike.
out and seize people's dogs?
We absolutely have a list of dogs to see.
That's what I'm saying. There's like 2 pages of
I
dogs.
think what happens is they get a warning.
Yeah.
Like, they'll get a warning by the police.
Some people got 5, 6 dogs on there. What do we do? Send like a
It's
police cruiser to
certified
seize
They
the
mail.
did,
dog?
they came in
Yeah.
a cruiser to my house.
To take your dog.
They said it was for
The dog's
forfeiture,
fine.
I didn't know what that meant.
I didn't know.
I was like, go talk to Becky,
Okay.
because I
You get a warning.
Yeah.
Basically.
Alright.
My understanding is it's like getting a warning on a ticket. You get a written warning.
All right. Come in and pay the $7 or whatever it is.
There's a
There's a boatload of dogs. on there.
heavy list.
This is like Nova's
Do we have an
Ark,
online
dogs.
payment option for people?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes, we do. We
That's
have
right.
Payment
online
option for
page.
licenses,
Yes.
dog license?
Yes.
How much fence you got up behind the DPW? We're gonna have a new pound road
Zero.
out here.
You can throw them in the solar panels, but.
There you go. It's already fenced in. Good idea. That's why you're in charge.
People love it if you
School's out, that's a
Actually, yeah.
fenced-in
put a
yard.
bunch of dogs on the field.
I guess
Where else?
didn't-
We got a fenced-in yard.
No, they take it to
No, what they
Conway.
do, they
So,
take them to the,
I own
and then they charge
No.
them
Oh,
$85,
they go up to the
$95
Conway
a
Go.
day.
Humane
Yeah.
Society.
Do they really?
And then there's a big bill with that.
And they to store your dog.
Absolutely, it's huge.
Wow. I
And
didn't
it's
realize
almost
that.
$100 a day.
Don't feel bad, I'm on there. But he's gone.
Oh, you can come see him if you
see
want.
your dog.
If you want, but I bet he ain't in what he's supposed to look like.
How do you like? I guess.
I forgot to
Becky
tell him.
go,
Yeah,
oh,
I
the
just
dog
forgot
is
to tell him.
deceased or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. No, I don't know. I don't understand the process. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never heard of this.
Oh, yeah.
New Hampshire law.
Yeah.
Always a curveball.
Yeah.
I didn't realize season
Yeah.
people's dogs.
But not their cats.
No,
Yeah, how come there's no
Which is
cats
not
on
fair.
there? Ferrets?
Take him.
Raccoons?
Carrier pigeons.
You know what I just did see? I saw
Chickens?
a monkey. Someone was carrying a monkey around Lake Winnipesaukee, around the Alton Bay, and it was. I almost screamed at my phone because I was on the phone with my friend and I was like, "Oh my God, there's a monkey!"
I don't know.
It was
I thought
crazy.
you were gonna say, I wanted one.
No.
So we have to sign this so Becky can send the letters out saying.
Yes.
Yes, we have to sign it per our.
Yes.
Per RSA.
You have to sign
I'll call her
it.
tomorrow.
Shall.
Tell her Monday.
All right, do
Drop
three of
the
us sign
$7
it then?
thing.
Oh no, you can put 2 more lines on there.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's just an old form.
The annual thing? I remember last year.
You had to do this last year?
No.
too? Season people's dogs?
We're not gonna do
There's no seizure.
There is if they don't pay the
I
$7.
think they'll end up getting
I don't think
fined
anybody
a court, I
dogs
think.
get seized. That'd be chaos.
Okay.
Could you imagine? People have their dogs when they let their kids
Did you all
around.
sign it?
No,
No, we're passing it
No,
back.
I'm
Well,
looking
no.
at the dog
Oh,
names.
okay.
There's a lot of dogs on there.
Okay.
Wasn't the only name.
We're gonna move on.
Yes.
Yeah, let's move on. All right.
7:30.
So you have all been telling me that the volunteer service statement and agreement is to be signed by Mike. Well, it's not. It's signed by you.
Right. I don't.
I thought I signed.
Nope. No one signed anything.
These might not be. No, I know I signed these two.
Well, see, so it's been confusing, it's been inconsistent, because people fill out the volunteer form online, right? Which is different from this, which I
Yes.
feel like this wasn't always happening, like this was only happening for rec or
This one I
something.
haven't seen.
And then it would go from,
Yeah,
you
it's on the
guys,
market.
This
Yeah,
is
so you
Was
approve
this for
them
the-
with a motion,
This
but
is
you need
the
to sign
farmer's
it.
market.
Just one.
Do you want me to sign
Yes.
Just
it?
one.
Or I'm the rec
what, but that's,
liaison?
alright, so are those only for rec
These,
stuff?
these,
Yeah.
yes. Everything
Okay.
here is
Yeah,
for rec.
yeah.
But no, but in general, that form is only
Yes.
used by the rec department.
Yeah, I believe so.
So
Okay.
where do we sign? Did you guys already sign this?
It's on
Second page.
I haven't
Oh,
signed
but
it.
I'm,
Yeah, we'll
There'll be
we'll add
full-
2
there'll
more.
be add-ons.
oh, okay.
So yes, Jake, I guess you sign it.
We're gonna need a
If he's
big
the
truck.
rector guy. They're just same guys. We
Yeah, you guys already approved them. This is just the.
Who is it?
It's just for, so it's Jonathan and Steve to do the field,
Kia
and then
It's
everyone.
probably already done by now.
But
Oh,
again,
yeah.
those,
I signed
We
I signed
those-
a copy of them
I
at
swear
one
we
point.
all even signed the one point.
That was
And it had the written
2
caveat
months
of
ago.
checking with the DPW,
Yes.
that scope and request, that
months
it was
ago.
specific to that
Whatever.
project and
Let us
specific
down.
to requesting. We have signed that so many times. Oh my goodness.
I'm not done yet. You're not done?
We're almost done.
What do you need?
Do you need something?
What do you need,
Something
Sonny?
else? He's like, wait a minute. We're not going anywhere.
We
You know
have, we have
that.
time.
Okay.
This is a request for use of town property for the beach from Darian Brown to do live music on every Wednesday in July and August, weather permitting.
Oh,
Is
that's
that
the
diff-
historical guy, right?
Is that different from
No,
the other
that was
nights for
different.
music?
Didn't, we already signed one for the people that wanted to do it 3 nights, right?
Yes, but this is a
different.
different one.
And they don't clash?
No.
Okay.
Is this, you know, when the is it the library, the historical society, they do music?
It was the Historical Society, and this is not them. This
No.
is a different
Oh,
group.
okay.
Yeah.
The people who took over from the Historical Society, we already approved and signed the
Yeah.
3 days that they requested.
I'm
This
only
is,
signing it for
this is every Wednesday for, this is every Wednesday for 2 months.
Yes,
What type of
weather
music?
permitting.
Yeah,
Where are they gonna set
what
up?
do they
Those are
set up?
signed, you want those back?
That's all I received.
Okay, I want more information.
Live music, from 6:30 to 9.
Don't need that.
Oh,
Wednesday.
sorry, that's it. You don't want those? You can have them.
Bill Jones gonna complain?
15 to 20
Oh, yeah.
people. Is 9 o'clock?
At 10
reasonable?
o'clock, 10 o'clock is beach closure and not,
That's
we
what
don't
I'm
have a
asking.
noise ordinance, but that's when that
So,
kind of takes place.
He has 6:30 to 9, so that's,
I'm fine with
that is good.
No, but I wanna know what kind of music, are they using amps, is it?
It says
acoustic
live
guitars?
music.
I would like more information. Is it
Weather
different-
permitting.
Is it different groups coming through? Is it gonna be the same people? I just want more information.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, there's a total of
I mean,
9
if they're coming in,
Wednesdays.
if they're coming in with a KISS cover band, not gonna be as much of a
Well,
fan as
that's,
if it were like.
that's what I'm
acoustic music.
asking. Yeah, what- Can we reach out to Mr. Brown?
Yeah.
Just for a better description of
Yeah.
kind of what, again, do they have to plug in amplifiers or, you
There's
know?
no power down there right now.
Well, yeah, that's,
We're gonna get that fixed, hopefully soon.
Figured it was probably live music or like acoustic.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Historical Society used to.
That-
was
that's
pretty
Well,
Like-
again, we did approve
Yeah.
the new people doing it
Yeah.
from the Historical Society. It's gonna be basically the same thing with just little folk guitars. and
Folk
stuff.
guitars, yeah,
But-
that was pretty
Tom
cool.
Flanagan out there ripping on his.
There we go.
Fender.
Yep. So, yeah, I want way more information.
It's Heavy Metal Wednesdays at
Ugh.
the beach.
I mean, let's be honest.
It's trending right now.
Right? Yeah, and like, I
Alright.
don't know. What's that definitive line? Like, we allow someone to use it.
Where else would
That's
we
true.
contact?
I agree.
All right, is
Yeah.
that,
I
so
think
we
those
did
are
the
a little
abatements.
rational.
Okay, I got one more.
Okay, is this the police detail policy update?
Yes. So
Where do you see that?
you recommended to take the cruiser out.
Yeah.
So yeah, he did that. So then is this just
There's no need of that.
Yep, no need, yep. Okay,
Because we
it's just
don't need to get
confusing
into
and
a
it was-
debate with anybody
Yeah.
over it, it's $95 an hour.
Right.
You're gonna pay it no
Yep.
matter what.
Mhm.
Thank you.
if you're getting an officer, you're
Yeah,
also
done that.
getting a cruiser.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Whether you use it or not, it's
Right.
a moot
It's
point.
built into
Right.
the rig.
It's like a cow's opinion. It's a moot point.
All right, is that it
Thank you,
for?
Joey.
It won't be
That's it
anything
for
else.
signature
No
items.
Moot. What?
It's moved.
It's like a
The cow
cow's
doesn't move.
opinion.
Yeah,
It's a moot
doesn't
point.
matter.
Okay,
Doesn't
so
I think we have time
I
for
have the
that.
friend's
The
copy
gentleman
that
who
we sent.
applied for the
Yeah.
beach.
Coffee house, like this. Central Park Light.
So if you get additional information, we bring it up next meeting. I think we
Yes.
still meet his request
Yes.
deadline, right? Music's not starting until mid-July.
We just have that fine gentleman that had one thing for us before we moved into non-public.
Dylan?
Yeah,
Yeah, he looked like he said.
Was
wait a
it
minute.
part of non-public or was he?
I don't. Do you want a
Hey, Dylan,
non-public?
did you need
Non-public
Did
or
you need
public?
something in public or non-public?
If we're ready to go,
Public is fine? Okay.
The vacation thing, that jogged my memory. I'd just like you guys to think about maybe these part-time employees we have, you know, that have been here, 4 or 5 years, set a, maybe a starting limit of 2 years or something, but I think they all deserve a week's paid vacation. I know it's in the policy or whatever, they don't get it, but I think that's something we should look into, because there's other towns that have started giving their part-time employees vacation and paid holidays. I just think what else is keeping them here?
I think they do get paid holidays. I read
Only
that.
if you work.
only if you want.
Oh,
Only
okay.
if they work,
All
okay.
right,
Like-
because I remember
like
seeing it somewhere.
John and Eric, they get their
Okay,
paid
yeah,
holidays,
yeah.
but
All right.
Jim, he's been working nonstop with us, and
Yeah, no, I
What
get it.
hours is, I mean, it sounds like since last year, he's been effectively full-time anyway. Like, how many hours a week? Again, they were getting into a personnel issue, I think, but.
Yeah,
I think
maybe
that
we
was-
should,
It's
yeah.
non-public.
I just wanted to put the bug in your ear to
Yeah.
just,
So
in your
August, when we get
vacation,
looking at
talk
that, yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
That'll be in August.
If we could come up with like a prorated
Well,
method or
I don't think
something
we
based
can talk
on
about it
hours
right
work.
now.
No, I know, but
when
more
our
than one
when we're
part.
coming together in the beginning of August, mainly we're going to first start with the DPW as their wage schedule and updating their job descriptions. And this we can go over the personnel policy as well. But yeah, we can add this
I
in.
mean, I have an example right on my desk of a neighbor in town.
Yeah.
You could just look at it and
Yeah. No, I
think it's worth entertaining.
right. I think it requires like some budgetary
Yeah,
work
no,
as
I'm
well.
not saying immediately.
Yeah,
No.
But for next year, like if
Right.
just
To add
to
to the
discuss it,
conversation.
put it
Right.
in your
Exactly.
budget.
Yeah, if you don't
And
mind
put
just
it in your
providing
budget.
whatever your
Yeah.
information you do have to Lucia,
Oh,
Yep.
just so we have data points.
okay.
Yeah.
And just before you head out, a quick thing. I stopped by the garage this morning. The 420, the whole front end, the axle, everything's off. What happened on the 420?
So, they don't really know why it happened. I don't know if it's because it's been run on four-wheel drive on pavement for so long. I don't know what the issue was, but the oscillating bolt in the front end more or less has worked out and has caused it to push up. And when it pushed up, put a hole in the radiator.
So we need a
Wait,
new
which-
radiator?
Wait, which vehicle?
The
420 backhoe.
Okay.
So that is,
That's not that new heat exchanger we just, this is a separate?
yes.
Okay.
Another run to Milton Cap.
Do I have to go to Milton
Everything's
Cap
already
tomorrow?
here.
It's already.
Oh, all right.
It's all in the works.
Is Mobile Mike gonna put it all back together?
It's all done.
Does that whole front axle have to be replaced too?
Nope.
No, okay.
Nope. It's just that bolt, I can go into the technology.
No, I'm just curious on the cost and kind of how quick you can get it back to
It-
service.
Should be done this week.
Okay, all right. No,
How's
that's
your
good.
budget looking then?
Yeah, how's
Still okay?
Just as good as everybody else's.
There you go.
how's the other equipment holding up with all of the repair? You guys have been running hard.
He doesn't
Okay.
want to talk about it.
I know, but
That's enough said, that's enough said,
Yeah.
right there.
No jinxing.
Yep.
just
All right, we're good.
so we have an idea.
Can't talk about roads, equipment, weather.
All right.
No.
Hot button topics we cannot touch.
Quick note, just regarding that kind of general topic, is that CIC, Capital Improvement Committee met yesterday, and Tia wanted to know if there is anything that the committee needs to do to help support planning major stuff. They want to help and do.
Find money would be great.
Yeah, come get some money.
Yeah, we got
How about a
We do
plant
help,
rider?
like the money, just bring money.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's just wanted to share that.
On that 420, is that something, I mean, you're getting a lot of hours, it seems to be a lot of repairs lately. Is that something that should be on the CIP for a replacement, like 27, 28 or something?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's,
We're gonna
It's
send
getting
a,
a lot more hours now that the transfer station doesn't have their own.
yeah,
the committee's gonna send out like to department heads, here's
Okay.
a schedule, here's, we would like to, if you wanna come meet to help plan, or if you just wanna give us your information. So that email's coming out.
well, it still has value, like is a trade-in, so we don't get stuck
I
with
think
like,
what we do is, I mean, again, we don't have to
We don't
talk
wanna
about
get
it,
into,
Yeah.
ship it back to the
Details.
DPW so they have their own again.
yeah.
Get a new one.
Okay.
Thank you, Dylan.
All right,
Yes,
Dylan.
exactly, thank you very
Good
much.
night, man, take care.
Moving to non-public.
Moving into non-publics now? Alright, what are my numbers
Why
here?
is this so cold in here?
Cause the AC is on 70.
Just the one?
Everybody left.
Well, for now.
Okay, so I'll accept I make a motion to move into non-public session per RSA 91A:3, Roman numeral 2, parenthetical C, matters which, if discussed in public, would likely adversely affect the reputation of any person other than a member of the body or agency itself, unless such person requests an open meeting. I'll accept a second to the motion.
Second that.
Alright, and then all in favor by roll call vote. Nicole, aye. Joy, aye.
Jake, guy.
July. Remember, we're still live.
Yeah.
Yeah, too.
There's no more signatures. I can turn off all the cameras.
Everything
Perfect.
needs to be turned off.
Who